You're listening to The Freedom Bridge with Abbey Moorhead. Each week, we'll explore God's mighty abundance and how to draw near to Him every day. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Freedom Bridge podcast. I'm your host, Abbey. This is my guest, Carlos. Crazy story is, well, his is crazier, but I first met you in church.
Yes.
And you had this really cool, it was like, I think like an orange and like white, or was it yellow and white, like hoodie
Yeah,
on.
it was a tan, like a
Oh,
tan,
okay.
yeah, like a tan hoodie.
Well, I'm bad with my colors. No,
Man, listen,
but no,
that
it was so cool, you guys. And I went up to him and I was like, I love your sweatshirt. Where do you get that? Because also I know my husband would have loved it. And he was like, oh, I actually make it. He's like, this is, this, we don't want to say brand, but Jesus Healed My Heart is his part of his testimony. And, as men, according to scripture and according to the Bible, we're called to protect and to provide. And, his story, you were a protector by any means necessary.
yes, yes.
And yeah, you guys can read between the lines when I say that. So this story is just, I've never heard it before, you guys, and it's insane. And I'm really excited for y'all to hear this. Where did take us from very beginning?
All right. Well,
Share, get raw, get ugly,
yes, yes,
get
yes.
great at the,
So, I definitely want to start off with honestly a prayer because I want to make sure that we are covered and make sure that the Holy Spirit is going to walk
Yeah,
us through this whole thing. So, if you don't mind, can I pray for us?
absolutely.
Okay. All right. Father God, I thank you so much for this wonderful day. I thank you for the opportunity to be on the Freedom Bridge. I ask, Lord, that you just place the Holy Spirit on us from head to toe, Lord, that you speak through us and that you just let everything be revealed. And we ask that the listeners, Lord, that when they listen, that they are touched, they are moved, and that the Holy Spirit touches them through our testimonies and that their lives are changed. And we just ask that you just continue working on us and just pushing us to do your work. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you.
So let's get to
Yeah,
it.
man. Ooh, I'm so excited.
So yeah, I'm pretty much I'm a kid from the Bronx. You know, born in Puerto Rico, raised in the Bronx.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have
it's
brothers,
pretty.
sisters?
I do. I have an older sister. She's a year older than me. Um, and I have another sister. She's a few years younger,
Okay.
and then I have a younger brother.
Okay.
Um, so it's three of us. Um, yeah, raised in the Bronx, and it was pretty hectic. You know,
Yeah.
the Bronx is it's probably a something I can say that you know how they usually say, hey, the stories are not true.
Yeah.
That's all. No,
No, they're true.
it's all
Yeah, they're true. Okay. Yeah.
true.
So I've never been.
Yeah.
I've heard about it. I went to New York one time, but honestly, I can't remember where that was. It was near there, but you know what, Lord, don't get me lying on my podcast, so I don't know. But um, I
Yeah,
enjoyed the little bit of New York that I did see.
yeah.
But
It's a difference between like New York City
yeah.
and like you know like the other boroughs.
Okay.
Manhattan, yes, they have their Harlem side and things like that. But when I say like the difference is like New York City, like Times Square and things like that. Yes,
Hmm.
you see a lot of people. You see some aggressiveness or whatever, but you
Yeah.
know, a lot of people love the fashion. Like we
Yeah.
love fashion. But growing up in the Bronx, one of the boroughs, it was really tough. It was more of a you had to be a bully or you're gonna get bullied.
Mm,
Um, so it was like, which road do you take? There was no
yeah.
in between. There was no mutual. It was more so like eat or get eaten. Like it was just, you
Yeah.
know, pretty rough. So
Were your
um
can I ask, like, were your parents together? Like, was your family all, like, were your parents married?
no,
No. Were you
no.
just, were you raised by mom, dad,
I was
aunt?
raised by
Like,
mom, so it was
okay,
more on some visitation with my dad.
gotcha.
We didn't like going. He
Okay.
was Jehovah Witness,
Oh, okay.
and you know, I was young. I didn't want to hear no rules. I didn't
Yeah.
want to hear no tie downs, and
Yeah.
you can't dress like that, or we don't like, you know, the slit in your eyebrows,
Yeah.
haircuts, you know, the earrings in your ears, and
Yeah, like it's not that deep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like
Okay.
I didn't,
I'm a
you know,
man.
like all kids, we
Yeah.
don't like to be told
Yeah.
um what to do, you know, when we're into something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was more so visitation. So my mom pretty much thugged it out, and raised us
Okay.
as best as she can, but um, exposed to a lot of things through her raising. Um, we we lived in a certain area in the Bronx, and it was more like she was a partier. She loved like having fun, hanging out.
Hmm.
The parties got really crazy. It was like parties from Friday or even Thursday sometimes all the way till Sunday.
Oh, wow.
So it's like people would leave just to go change and
Okay.
come right back to continue partying. And when I say party, I'm not talking about like little get together. I'm talking about like super loud music you can hear up the street.
And this was at your house, or was this at
This
like
was
this?
at no, this was at our house
Wow.
where I
How old
live.
were
Where
you? Like how, or was it just in?
this went on. Honestly, this went on from the age of, I want to say, 3, 4, 5 years old, all the way through
Oh, so
when we moved out of that area. I was probably 11 years old,
wow.
like 12 maybe.
Okay.
So it went on
So this is
my
something
whole
that you're
childhood.
like, oh, this is something. This is normal. Because like
Yes.
by that time you start to see how life you think life is supposed to be, and so in your mind that this is normal, and that
Definitely felt okay. It wasn't like an uncomfortable
yeah,
situation. It was like it was
that's
all
what
I
we
saw.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Falling asleep on the bed with all the coats.
Yeah.
Or the
Okay.
guests come to take their coats off, put them on
Yeah.
top of one of our beds, and then that's where we fall asleep on top of everybody's coats. And it's just party days. Not even like 4 hour parties. I'm talking about like 4 day parties, 3 day
That's
parties long. People
crazy.
would leave, come back, she's cooking. Everybody, it was a building, so it had like two sides of the building.
Okay.
Every apartment would just come there. Everybody on the block, all the drug dealers, everybody that was somebody was there at my
Yeah.
house for all those days partying all the time. So it was drinking, you know,
Drugs.
the cocaine, the weed. I mean, everywhere.
Yeah.
People just passing out drunk, and I mean, it was just chaos. Now that I look at it, I look at it as chaos.
Yeah. Because that's it. That's
Um,
what that is.
yeah. So,
Very much
growing up,
disorder.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was pretty much being raised that way. Um, the interesting walks to school, uh, the people that you meet in school. So at an early age, you're trying to see. I remember just looking around. I'm like, yeah, that dude's a troublemaker,
Mm,
and I felt like I was an okay kid. I was very respectful. Um, I was a little. I wasn't super outgoing. I was
hmm.
more, you know, pretty much put together where I was like very observant.
Okay.
So I kind of watched a lot because I was always one of those like,
I feel like that's how you are right now too.
yeah, I just like to watch
Yeah.
and make sure and see what's going on, and just kind of analyze everything before I jump in.
Hmm.
But I'm just always watching. I pay too much attention. I say that about myself. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, when I say I'm tired, I'm not tired physically, I'm tired mentally because
Yeah.
I just see everything. I'm always just watching. So as a kid, I was, raised in the Bronx, and I was just watching people around me in school, and just noticed, that's the really bad kids,
Mm,
or that's the really fast girls, or that's this, or that's that. You know what I'm
hmm.
saying? Oh, that
Yeah.
person's really humble, or so I was just watching everything. But it was tough growing up because at one point, um, I knew that I would have to make a decision
Mm,
on which way I'm gonna go,
yeah.
because I can't hide, and not hide, but I can't maneuver for a very long period of time without staying off the radar,
Yeah.
because eventually you're gonna bump into something,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to handle yourself.
Well,
You're
and to
gonna
be
have
honest, like sometimes some of those people, there's also people like you watching. So like
hmm
there's also people gonna that's watching how you move,
exactly,
and you
yeah,
think you're staying off, but you could be in somebody's radar. I don't
yeah.
know if that's how it was, but to
No,
be honest,
it was definitely,
yeah,
because I
yeah,
mean, I can't say that I'm the only one that was observant.
yeah,
There's definitely other people watching.
yeah.
So fast forward to, let's say, 12, 13 years old, we moved out of that area. Of course, I'm still in the Bronx, so I'm still around all of these things.
Hmm.
Plus, I think it's normal
Yeah.
because I was raised around it. So fast forward to maybe, my teenage year, of like 12, 13 years old. I'm going to school, and I remember, um, I'm standing at the corner across the street from the school, and here goes one of my first incidents. Um, and of course, as a kid, 10 years old, I've had a fight. I remember one of my closest friends. was teasing me and teasing me and teasing me, and I've
Yeah.
had enough of it. And that was the first time I've ever like straight cold punched somebody in the mouth
Oh
immediately.
wow. Okay.
Like it was like I already said leave me alone. I'm not gonna say it again, and I punched him straight in the mouth.
Mm.
I caught myself like, oh, what did I just do? And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
you deserved it.
Yeah.
I told you to leave me alone. Don't
Yeah.
play with me.
Yeah.
And then of course I had the battery put in my back because people glorified that, and the people that glorified that I did that were adults.
Mm. Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good for doing that. That's right. Teach them not to mess with you.
Mm.
So it was like, okay, I guess I did right.
Yeah. You
But
kind
I
of
was
got
still,
a little
yeah,
pride, little like
I
a
got a
little
little bit of
yeah,
pride, but I
yeah.
was still that humble kid that stood watching.
Did a part of you feel bad a little bit for doing
I
it?
did,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did, yeah, I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
But then it kind of got erased because I was glorified for
Yeah.
it.
They don't take
So
nothing from nobody.
exactly, yeah. Don't let nobody, walk over you,
Yeah.
walk all over you and stuff like that. So it kind of went that route. To when we moved out of that area, I was probably like 12 years old, and I was going to school. I'm standing on the corner. I remember like it was just I'm standing on the corner across the street from the school, and this dude walks up to me, and I know who he is, and I remember his name was Robert Lynn. Remember him like Davey yesterday, and a part of me for a lot of my life, I've thanked him in a weird way. I've thanked him for the awakening, right?
Hmm.
So now I think different,
Yeah.
but I've always thanked him for the awakening.
Okay.
So he walks up to me. He has a hoodie on, face covered. I knew who he was because this is what he did. He was a stick-up kid.
Mm.
He
Okay.
was always getting locked up. He was always in trouble. He got kicked out of school. He was just one of those
So he was the
that you
same age as
want
you, or was he a little bit older?
to. I think we were the same age.
Okay.
We're the same age. Yeah,
Okay.
he might be a year older than me or so.
Okay.
But this is what he did. So I knew when he was walking toward me,
What he
it was
was
always like, oh goodness, let's not catch eye contact, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a different breed,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
He walks up to me, automatically, instantly puts the gun to me. Give me your chain.
Mm.
I had a little chain on,
Mm-hmm.
little crucifix chain. And I automatically, I wasn't scared, but I went with the flow. I wasn't going to try to fight him because he has a gun.
Yeah.
So I take the chain off, give it to him, and he leaves. My first thought was, oh, that's how they playing out here? And it struck a fire.
Oh wow.
And from that day on, everybody and their mother knew who I was.
Mm.
Everybody. I was not playing. I was the first to set it off.
Mm.
I've never had nobody put their hands on me first. I've always set it off.
Wow.
I don't care if you was 20 deep, if you were bigger than me, if you whatever. I always had that mindset. You could beat me up, or I'm gonna beat you up, but we're still gonna fight.
Mm.
And I would always set it off.
Yeah.
So that woke that side of me up where I was like, I can't get that. I can't feel like that, like I'm being overpowered or someone's taking advantage of me. So it turned me into a different monster.
Yeah. Because it was like it was ultimately somebody had complete control over you in a moment, and you didn't like that.
Yeah, and they can
you're
do
like,
whatever
never
it is
again
they want.
will
with
this
me, and it's
happen
like,
to me again.
exactly.
Oh.
So,
and I think a lot of people can relate to that, but in so many different ways. And whether that's from, I'll be honest, from either getting abused from a parent, a brother, a sister, a spouse, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
And when they're finally like, nah, they don't like that.
We try to readjust to
Yeah.
take control of those situations.
Yeah.
More.
And it was like, and I don't know if you were scared or not, but it's like that type of reaction is a pretty much like a fight or flight. And it's like, you gonna know me.
Exactly.
Like, and you're not gonna have no control over me. I'm gonna have control over the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've never had to deal with him again because I'm thinking that he got into so much trouble or he moved on to other things.
Yeah.
And that took him away from my everyday,
But that was a turning point for you.
It was definitely a turning point because at that point, then now I started my own gang. LSC, and I'm saying the name of the game because they're gonna hear this podcast,
Oh wow. Okay.
and I'm gonna make sure that they do.
Okay.
Which I love them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I spoke to them not too long ago, and I have a lot of love for them. And a lot of them kind of like humble themselves and chilled out. But um, we started that, not me alone, but in unison with a couple of my friends. Um, Different chapters, and just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. We got into a lot of fights. One in particular,
Were you guys all the same age at this time?
yes,
It just all kind of grew up
we
in the
had
block.
we had a couple of older guys,
Okay.
but
And
yeah,
you were
more
like
so.
13, like
I was like, yeah, from like, let's say, yeah, 13, 14, 15-ish.
okay.
Um, and we started running the streets and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Of course, that led into auto theft and stealing cars, robberies, selling drugs. The girls, the whole thing, the fights that were like not just bumps and bruises and black eyes, but putting people in comas and
Mm.
like beating people to a pulp. Like I've been through a lot of things that I think I've overdid. you
So
know,
and this was, you said, you've explained all this, but is this like you're under 18 at this point? At this,
100%. Yes,
oh my,
way under 18.
yeah,
I was
that's
not even. I wasn't even 16 yet.
so like things that you see and like I'll be honest on the internet or people that you see in the movies or like this that with the gangs and the fighting and the pulling up and like the beatings, like that was real life for you.
Yeah, it's normal. It
That's so
doesn't
wild.
affect me in any kind of way.
That's
It
crazy.
doesn't. I mean, now I look at it, I'm like, that's totally wrong, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
God's child. That's not the way we treat her.
Mhm.
But it was normal. I've
Yeah,
I've never minded. I've never had an issue with starting something, finishing something,
yeah. You were just
being a part of something,
mm, okay,
overdoing it. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like handling business. I've never hesitated. I was a man of respect, and it's like, no, we're gonna get you.
Yeah,
If we had exchanged words, I already know you coming for me, so I'm gonna go for you first, and I'm gonna take you out before you can come take me
that's
out.
crazy.
So, and it was normal.
That was
I
that.
didn't fear it. I didn't get nervous before it. I didn't, double think. I was just like, it's go time. It's
And
necessary.
you are like you're very tall. You're a big man. Were you big like that when you were younger, or
Yeah, I
you
was always no, I
you
was
were
always a
okay?
bigger.
So you were.
Yeah,
It wasn't like I was like the little man syndrome and also boom, you
yeah.
got
No,
big. No,
I
no,
felt like
no.
I
Okay.
felt like I was born at 180
Okay.
pounds, and
Okay.
then now
Gotcha.
now
So
I'm
you were that kid.
yeah,
Okay.
now I'm 275,
Yeah.
280.
Yeah.
So it's like I've always been a big kid.
Okay. Okay.
I've always been a big kid.
Gotcha.
Um,
So no wonder why people were also afraid of you because I mean, I mean, I'm not going to say it. Maybe they weren't afraid, but they were just
that's a big dude. I gotta take on type of thing.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. And then if he comes, either whether
Mm-hmm.
and then also the fact that like you're alone or you're with your group, it
Mm-hmm.
I
But it
don't
was more
care.
so the reputation because they more so knew that
You don't play.
I don't play. I handle business, and I've never been a person to argue.
Hmm.
So I don't like going back and forth with someone because if I see that I don't wait for if I know where it's gonna lead to, then let's just get to it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't sit there and go back and forth because
Mm.
it's like
You
if
wouldn't
you
lip
throwing
box. You
fighting
would
words
throw
at me,
box.
then let's get to
Yeah,
fighting.
yeah.
If
What are we
we know
doing?
that we're not gonna agree and we're gonna clash, then let's just
Clash
get
up.
it popping.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. So I was more so like that. And then after we fight with the fist, then it's like if you want to take it somewhere else, then let's do it too.
Wow.
And it was more. So I was always willing, and it was okay.
By any
So
means necessary.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. So I was like, it's a go.
Mm.
Got into auto theft, selling drugs.
Yeah.
Of course, that all came with doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, then just being the center of attention. And of course, when you get older now, it's like you pop up on the scene now. You want to be seen. You got all the jewelry.
Yeah.
I was 16 years old. Running around with $12,000 bracelet,
That's
rings,
crazy.
chains.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like $7,000, $8,000 in my pocket just for spending.
That's
Race
crazy.
cars
Yeah.
and just that whole look. Like whereas like I moved out of my house at that age
Oh, really?
on my own, and it's
Oh,
like I just always did my own thing. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I was already, at the age of like 17, 18, I already moved out of the state by myself, and I already had things going on and things in
Yeah.
motion. I was always a go-getter,
Yeah.
at an early age. I ended up dropping out of school. Um, I ended up dropping out of school, honestly, in the 6th grade.
Really?
And then my mom got in trouble and they put me in an adolescent program. So she got in trouble because I wasn't going to school. So of
Okay.
course it falls on the parent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so they put me in an adolescent program, um, and I had to go. So Um, I went back from the 6th grade. I took a test, pretty much skipped 7th grade. Took a test, got in the 8th grade, and I did 8th grade, and after that, I never went back again.
So you don't have like a
I
do you,
do now.
oh,
I have a high
okay.
school diploma
Okay.
now.
I was
Yeah,
like, wait a minute, let me
but I
let's
got
like
that. I got
yeah.
that high school diploma. Honestly, I got the high school diploma uh 4 years ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, about 4 years ago, I think I got my high school diploma.
That's awesome.
Maybe 3 years ago, 4 years, something
Okay.
like that.
No, that's awesome.
Um, but I'm 44, so it was like it took a whole
It don't
lifetime.
matter. Listen,
Yeah,
but you got it. Like
yeah.
that's no,
Um,
it's part of your
the
destiny.
reason why I didn't push for it, honestly, I just felt like I didn't need it.
Okay.
It's what I knew and who I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been in executive positions. I done ran 5-star resorts. I done had really good jobs
Yeah.
where I'm an executive of a department or
Yeah.
whatever it may be. But that's because of what I knew.
Yeah.
There's a little trick to that.
Yeah.
That um, it's a little trick to that. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I started like getting like more responsible because I had bills. I had a kid. At an early age, and then it's
How old
like,
are you when you had your first kid?
uh, how old was I? I don't know. She's 25 now.
So was that 19?
19.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like 19ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're 44. Yeah, 19.
Yeah. So yeah. So at 19, I had to get a real job.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah.
A real job, and then still did my
Right, right,
thing on
right,
the
right.
side, just to have
Yeah, you
extra.
have to have a W-2. Is that what you're saying? You had to get a
Yeah, I had
yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
Okay.
wanted to claim some at the end of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
year.
Okay.
um, but yeah. I just always I stood away from the whole school thing because I felt like when I was in school, I'm like, teacher, I got what you got.
Yeah.
I got more than what you got.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I make more than what you make,
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
attitude.
Yeah.
In a respectful way. I was never the type of person to tease, and you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like
right.
it was more
But you
me
didn't see a
thinking to
need for
myself,
it.
I'm
You
like,
didn't. You're like, what? Why? Like, I'm gonna go
yeah,
and get this, but I'm already making 6, 7 a month or 10 a month or
yeah,
whatever it is.
I didn't want
And
to
I was like,
follow, yeah.
and you make 40 a year. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't
yeah.
want to get
I don't know if those
consumed
right, right.
into um working and putting my energy towards somebody else's dream because I already understood the concept of doing your own thing.
Yeah.
I knew it from an early age that multiple incomes is the key to life.
Yeah.
As far as financial.
Yeah.
So
And that is so, and that's insane because like growing up, that was not something that was taught to me. And it was like you went to your one job, the 9 to 5, and like that was it. Like what you made is what you got. Like that was,
yeah.
and so finances and money and all that kind of stuff is something that's still. And this is gonna sound insane, but it's like it's becoming like an aha, like an oh, like wow, this is what this is. You know what I mean? Over the past like few years and stuff like that. So that wasn't. So you already taught that as a young age, but that wasn't instilled in me.
Yeah, and it wasn't that I was taught it. It was that it hit me.
Okay.
It hit me at an early age.
Yeah. Well, you were exposed to it, I should say.
Yeah.
Because like
much, yeah.
of the lifestyle, you're like, well, in order for this to get this, you need to do this, 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 and then if it's coming in this way, and then I can do it this way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can take this money and then make that flip into this kind of money, which lets me buy another car, another piece of jewelry, pay another bill.
Yeah.
Go on vacation or do whatever it is. So it was like, once I figured that out, I'm like, I don't need to follow that pattern of go to school, get a degree. Yeah. I'm like, that's not going to get me nowhere. I'm going to go through all this headache. And I wasn't school savvy. I wasn't like, one of those smart kids. I had a lot of common sense, but book smart, I couldn't focus enough to do that. I'm more.
It wasn't like interesting to you, to be honest.
Exactly.
Like, it wasn't.
For the same reason now, I can't even sit and watch sports.
Yeah.
But really? I can't. I'm not into sports.
Oh, okay.
At all. I don't know what season it is, who's winning, who's on top, who's the best. And it's from that same mentality. It's like, but now you say, let's go play. I'm in.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I play? Yes, I'll play. I'll play good.
Okay.
but I'm out there racing cars. That I used to love racing cars. So
Okay.
at that young age, 17, 18, I used to like swoop cars up and just put them on the street and race and run from the police and just do a lot of
Oh
like,
wow. Okay.
yeah, it was more so street racing, and I was into that stuff,
Yeah.
So um it was very different, got to that age in my teens, had a baby, moved out of state, did a bunch of things. Then life starts hitting,
Yeah.
because it's like I feel like all that stuff is not really holding its weight unless I continue to do those things.
You have to do a little bit more, and you have to
Yeah.
in
So
deeper. You have to go deeper and deeper,
yeah.
and that's
So I kept getting deeper and deeper into it, where it's like from selling this and doing that, and now it's like now I'm being hired to go collect money.
mm,
So now I'm having to go to different bars and knock on different doors and say, speak with my hands and say, money that you owe is due now.
yeah.
So being put in that situation to
Was that
then,
ever scary for you?
it wasn't.
No.
Nah,
Probably like,
I was
are
so
you
I
sure
was
me?
so aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. To be honest, like your size of a person walking up. I'll be honest, it is intimidating. Like it would be intimidating. So,
With
um,
I think with me, it was more of a, if I did feel some kind of fear,
mhm.
I knew that to get rid of that fear, I would have to get more aggressive.
Mm,
So I would shake it off with more aggression, and it always worked. So it was like, oh my God, I gotta go face this person. This person is such and such a killer, and this person is such and such. And I'm like, what am I doing? Thinking, you know what? Let's go. Boom.
yeah. You shook it
And
off like
just
nah.
apply pressure all the way through
Mm,
and walk away. You know what I'm saying? So it was
yeah.
like, then it goes to like, hold on, why this guy's sending me out to go collect his money? Who does he think he is?
Mm,
Yeah, bro, I'm not doing this no more for you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
then you gonna do for me.
Oh, so that now
So
you flip. Now you flip
so
the
it was
script.
it was
Okay.
situations like that, and I was
Wow.
just like,
So now it's just like, now I'm gonna do this, but but you're gonna do me bigger.
exactly. So I remember I remember that period of time, um, selling coke, and that situation. I ended up moving out of state to the Poconos. In the Poconos, that was a whole different ballgame. I remember the night that I had to leave. So I lasted in the Poconos probably about a year and a half.
Okay, don't give me a lot. Don't give me first. What is the Poconos? What is that?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
It's the
I have never
mountains.
heard somebody
You
say
never
that.
heard of the Poconos?
No,
Okay. So
Man,
the Pocono
I'm from
Pocono
Wisconsin.
Mountains. The Pocono Mountains.
Sorry. Okay.
So
Okay.
that's when I had um, my daughter Justine,
Okay.
my oldest. Um, and she was a baby, So I moved out there. I was actually working at a resort,
Okay.
Skytop Lodge, um, and I was stripping and waxing floors. And that's the moment that I learned how to climb my way up the corporate ladder.
Mm,
So I'm gonna explain it really quick, right?
okay.
For those that are watching,
Yeah.
learn something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not saying drop out of school.
No, right.
I'm just saying
Right.
do what you got to do, and this is gonna help you climb faster, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, when I moved to the Poconos, had my daughter, she was literally, I want to say she was about a year old, from a few months, to about a year old. Um, Working at that job, I'm like, okay, I have this dude Adam that's telling me what to do. It's my supervisor. Get this done. This is your time frame. This is how it's done. He trained me how to do it. This is how you strip and wax floors instead of
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
right? So I said, okay, cool. Um, that's when I learned. I said, he tells me what to do. I know what he tells me to do. So I technically know his job. My light bulb was like, ding.
Okay.
So I went and I applied somewhere else
Okay.
for a supervisor's position. I aced the interview because I knew what I was talking about.
Mm,
They automatically have to train you,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter your position, you got to get trained for it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I applied for the supervisor position, got the interview, went to the interview, knocked it out because I knew what I was talking about, because
Mhm.
I seen how my
They did it. Yeah.
supervisor treated me, or directed me,
Yeah.
and what he needed from me:
Yeah.
signatures, reports, time frames, jobs done, whatever it may be. I passed the interview, got the job. They trained me as a supervisor. Now Who am I after? The manager.
Yeah.
So now I'm a supervisor. My manager's telling me what to do, which
Hmm.
is what he doesn't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
And
that's
then
true. Yeah.
I did the same thing. I did a little bit of time there.
Okay.
As soon as I grasped what the manager does,
Yeah.
I left that job, applied as a manager somewhere else, aced the interview, became a manager.
That's crazy. Okay. So then, and how long did this take? Like was it
This
like a
time,
year time
the time
frame?
frame,
A
I
couple
want to
years?
say 2 years,
Yeah.
year and a half,
Okay.
and I
You just
busted that interview out,
yeah.
got the
Okay.
manager's position. Now I'm after who? The
That's
executive.
it, yeah. Okay. Okay. So
And
then
I'm
you
telling you
did.
because it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
I can show you my resume, and it's
Yeah.
gonna show you the exact story I'm telling you right now, the same pattern.
That's
It
crazy.
worked.
Okay.
So now I'm after the executive. Boom. That took a little bit more because now you have that personality. You have to get in with the right people.
Yeah.
You have to know, budgeting, payroll,
Yeah.
scheduling, this, that, and the third. Which you
Yeah.
learn a little bit of that being a manager, because they tell you what numbers to be careful with and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Um, bust that out. Became an executive. Now I'm working at the Essex House
That's crazy.
in New York City. You ever seen that building?
Yeah.
Essex
The
House?
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to manage there.
Wow.
That was a whole nother thing. I lost that job because my coworker ended up murdering one of the guests. Yeah, if you Google it, murder at the Essex House. That's when I lost my job there.
Why did you get fired though?
Because they cleared, there was no more guests. Nobody wanted to stay there no more. Because
Oh
of murderers.
wow.
So we all got laid off.
Wait. What? Oh my gosh. Why
Yeah.
did they kill somebody? Was it an accidental or
No,
I guess?
we believe that he had something going on with that guest,
Okay.
but they end up finding her knife to the chest in her room. Yeah,
I gotta Google this.
she actually wasn't even a guest there. She actually had a condo in that building that
Oh.
had rooms for rent, because that Essex House
Yeah.
is a hotel and people own condos in
Yeah.
there as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the end of that. That was crazy.
That's wild.
That was
Okay.
crazy,
I'm
yeah.
definitely gonna Google this.
Yeah,
When
it's
like
called Murder at the
when
Essex
we're done with
House.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you Google
Okay.
Murder at the Essex House, you're gonna see it was my partner. He was a manager there
Yeah.
as well. Derek Painsley, I think
Is he in
last name
jail still?
Painsley. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
Well, I should say
definitely
in
in jail.
prison.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that was that story. But yeah.
Have you heard from him afterwards? Like, have you?
No, I've never.
No.
No, never.
Wow.
Never heard from him.
Dang.
It was surprising because it's like I chill with you every day, bro.
Yeah.
Like we shared office.
Did you know he was like that? Like, did you know that?
No, he did heavy drinking. Really heavy drinking. He had a drinking problem. He just had a baby, so he had a newborn little girl. And at that time, and yeah, he's just heavy drinker. That's all we knew. We was all surprised, that he did that.
And it was a woman?
Yeah, he murdered a woman. Yeah.
Wow. So they must have like had history or like they.
I don't know. There's not a lot of proof of history, but
it was just wow.
Yeah, he had borrowed one of the ladies, one of the housekeeper's keys to get in because he didn't want to swipe his own card to get in the door or whatever. So he borrowed one of the girls. And so her name popped up in the door. She was investigating up, but then it shows, hey, she's like, he's my manager. He asked for my key. What am I supposed to tell him? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that got crazy.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna look at it.
At that point, I had.
So how old are you at this time?
Early 20s.
Okay.
Early 20s.
Yeah, that's what I think. Right.
And that was a hard time in my life. That was definitely a hard time in my life because the way I got to the Essex House, well, to that point, it was a little crazy because at that point, some things had happened in my life where I was just wilding out. I was just doing a lot of stupid stuff, and not too long after that, I ended up in a shelter. Lost everything.
Wow.
Ended up in a shelter.
Like with your family or just by yourself? Like where were your
so now the way this played out, now fast forward.
So by now you have 2 kids.
That's what I was gonna say. So now I had new relationship. This was my 3rd kid.
Oh, okay. So
because
so we have 3 kids. We have 2 baby moms.
So let's put a little bit of time between the Poconos and the Essex House. Let's put a little more time in between that.
Okay.
Because some things had happened. Me and her had broken up.
Okay.
When we broke up, she was pregnant with my son Tyler. Okay. We already had Justine.
Right.
So, that happened. She moved back to New York, and I ended
Okay.
up moving on. I was in Georgia, and then
Okay.
from Georgia, I moved to New York due to I had gotten sick, so I had caught I had ended up catching staph infection.
Mm.
I had getting a tattoo done, and I caught staph infection through that tattoo. Um, at this point, I remember moving from Georgia to Atlantic City.
Okay.
So after the whole thing with the Poconos,
Yeah.
I ended up finding a new relationship in Georgia,
Okay.
which in Georgia that that's a whole nother.
That's
I ran Georgia down. Like I ran the streets in Georgia.
that's crazy.
But
Like
you
what's
know,
like where in Georgia?
in Brunswick.
Okay.
So in Brunswick, it's in between Savannah, Georgia, and Jacksonville,
Okay.
Florida.
I've heard of it. I don't
Um,
think I've ever
so now the whole Georgia situation,
been.
um, that was in between the climb in the corporate ladder
Okay.
to becoming from supervisor,
Yeah.
manager, whatever. So one of the jobs that I had interviewed for manager after the supervisor position was a job in Georgia.
Okay.
So that was one of my climbs, right?
Okay.
So that's
So you
where
moved like
yeah. So I moved around.
it
So
was
it
literally
wasn't
just
in the it
like
wasn't in that same
okay. Okay.
establishment.
Yeah.
When I applied for all these positions, it was moving around.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I ended up at that point, having a breakup. She was pregnant with my son at the time. She was, I don't know, she was like 7 months pregnant, 6 months pregnant when we
Okay.
split. Um, Ended up moving. Um, was in Georgia. Then from there, um, I ended up taking over the streets. It was more so like downtown, like everywhere where all the movement is at. Went downtown and seen all the drug dealers out there and everybody that was putting in, street muscle. And I went in there. I was like, y'all not moving anything anymore. I'm here.
Oh wow.
So it was like I had to set examples. It was like I remember one night, um, just trying to put the pressure on the block, like so they could know who I am.
Yeah.
They already knew who I was because I was in the nightclubs and the VIPs. I
Yeah.
was out there with all the jewelry, all the Mercedes Benzes, and I was already making noise. And
You're already flashy. You were already like your name was out there.
they're like, "Who's this Mexican?" Because remember, down south they don't know. They don't know the
Big
difference.
aim.
They don't know the difference between a Puerto Rican.
Right.
They think that everybody that's Spanish is Mexican because that's all they know. So I'm like, they're about to find out.
That's hilarious.
So they're like, "Who's this Mexican?" I'm like, "All right, you're about to find out."
Right.
I'm Puerto Rican.
Right. First of all,
100%. I was born in Puerto Rico and all that, right?
Okay, yeah.
So
I don't mean...
and that was the joke. They
Yeah.
always thought that everybody was Spanish was Mexican.
Yeah.
That's all they know.
Yeah.
And it's okay,
Oh, you don't know, but yeah.
So I remember one night in particular, they knew who I was already, but I had to put more pressure. I remember one night in particular pulling up in the middle of the street, and one of the hottest blocks is called Arco.
Okay.
Hot block where all the prostitutes, all the crackheads, the fiends, everything that's going on there in that city. And I remember just pulling up in the middle of the street, opening my trunk, and just gun in each hand, just lit up the whole street, just to make a mark, just to make my name be known. Like it was crazy. So it got that intense where it's like, I mean, everything. Just
So, like-
I shot up the whole street, everything.
People died.
No,
Oh, thank goodness.
no, it wasn't aiming and shooting at
Oh,
anybody.
okay.
It was more so
Noise. Like
it was
like he's not
I'm
playing.
not the one. I'm not.
Yeah.
gonna play.
This is a warning to
Yeah,
like
it was
this is a warning shot.
It was pretty much a warning. Yeah. So I
Wow.
wasn't aiming at nobody. It wasn't like
It wasn't like
yeah,
at
it
the-
wasn't at
okay,
people.
okay.
It was more so just shoot
Yeah.
everything in the street, make noise, and you know what I'm saying, shot up all the cars. I mean everything just done.
Mm.
And
Mm.
got back in my car, peeled off. They knew who it was. After that, that's when I gained the control that I needed. It was crickets.
And so it was strategic basically is what you were saying.
Yes.
It's what you're like,
Yes.
nah, I need to do this.
Yes.
And so like, oh my God. Okay, so in my brain is now going like, okay, so you've obviously had to see this. This obviously worked before in the past somewhere, or like you've heard about this, or like maybe on the streets of this is something that like sets the tone. You know what I mean? And so
yeah,
like
it was like I knew
so-
that pressure
like
is
that
gonna
type
crush him.
yeah. Okay. Wow.
So the thing was like, y'all go around sneakily doing things and sneakily shooting people and sneakily doing this and moving around
You're like, I'm not sneaky.
and
I'm
I'm like,
not
I ain't
sneaky.
sneaking nothing. Y'all gonna know who did it, and I'll do it in broad daylight if I have to.
That's crazy. Like you're just
And
not. You
that's
were
it.
not afraid.
And yeah, they were just like, whoa,
Mm,
we don't want nothing with that dude. You can have it all.
mm.
And that's when I just took control of that whole scene.
That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah.
It was bad.
So how long were you there for?
Um, I was there for some years. I was there for I want to say 4 or 5 years.
Okay. Did you buy a home or did you like where you?
Oh no, I was moving around. I had
Yeah.
multiple homes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I was just.
I had multiple at the same time.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, at that point, I was doing pretty bad. I was
Were you ever afraid that, like, did people know where you lived? Did you ever?
at some point, people knew the area where I lived,
Okay.
but they were already like, nah, we're not.
We're not. We're
Yeah,
not.
so when
Okay.
I walked around my head high, of course, watching my back, but they also knew that I was always strapped
Yeah.
and that I was watching them way before they even see me coming,
Yeah. Okay.
or you know what I'm saying. Then then I got with these twins, these dudes, Tonio and Mario, which I adore. You know, Tonio, he got murdered,
Mm.
but the three of us were like we ran everything,
Wow.
and that ended up catching up to Tonio because the dude ended up owing the money. This dude Herman owed the money, so Tonio, of course, went over there, beat him up in his house, beat him up in the living room, left. He said, "I'm coming back for my money later." When he came back, Herman had a shotgun and shot him right in the chest and killed him. So that was a really tough time in my life where I lost, a really close friend of mine. Um,
Did that set a fire off in you to get revenge on him?
nah,
No.
nah, it hurt so bad. I just kind of like humbled out, like a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it followed with more things. It followed more with, the day that of the funeral. I remember driving down Altama, which is the main strip in Brunswick, and I had a black Lincoln Navigator at that time. I had a few cars, but I had my Benzes and everything, but in particular, I was in the truck, the SUV, and it was me, and Vari. Vari at the time was 10 years old.
Okay.
He really looked up to me a lot. That was the other twin brother that survived. That was his son.
Mm.
That's Mario's son. Tonio
Okay.
was the one that got murdered.
Okay.
So, the whole family, we had a lot of cars, and it was a lot because we really ran that city. And I remember Vari was like, "No, I want to roll with New York because they call me New York. I want to roll with New York." And I knew the whole family, the grandmother, the grandparents, the fathers, the mother, everybody, um, because they know how close me and Twin were.
Mm.
That I was really hurt by it. So he rode with me in the truck, and we just blasting music going down all the time, and making noise, and we all have like the RIP shirts on. I remember we had the RIP twin bandanas on. Me and Bobby were dressed the same. Like it was. I remember like it was yesterday, man. It was like so. Mario, the twin brother that survived after the funeral, ended up moving out of the city because he was just like, I don't have my brother no more. I don't even want to live here no more.
Yeah.
So he ended up moving to Jacksonville.
Okay.
So he moved to Jacksonville like a few months after that happened, like 2 months after. Moved to Jacksonville. Him, um, his girl at the time. They ended up moving with the kids. He had two kids, a little girl, and then Vari, which was the 10-year-old kid. He was probably 10 or 11. So I ended up moving to Jacksonville. Maybe about 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, less than a month. Uh, Virginia, which is his wife, and Mario end up saying, "Hey, we're gonna go." I think it was like to the Family Dollar or Dollar Tree or something like that. So they left Vari and the little girl in the house while they went to the store. Vari was so brokenhearted that his uncle got murdered. Like really bad.
Yeah.
He had depression. You can start seeing it build in those few weeks.
Yeah.
He ended up. They left him in the house. Um, it was Tasha and Vari, the little girl, whatever. So they ended up leaving, going to the store. When they came back, Vari ended up hanging himself.
Oh.
And he killed himself. I'm crushed. I was like, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Total chaos again in my life. And I'm like,
Oh,
I lost it. I lost it. I lost it. I lost it. Like really bad. And I'm like, I don't even know what's going on in life. I was crushed.
mm,
Crushed. I was still weeping over
yeah.
my best friend. You know what I'm saying?
And then now he lost that. Then I mean, this is also like you're a nephew to you,
Yes,
because that's how close you
yeah,
were.
he was
Yeah,
like on me,
yeah.
and it's like
Oh my
he ended up
gosh.
hanging himself. Now we having to bury him. Now there's just so much confusion in the family. It's just a bunch of chaos, and I'm like, yo, I gotta leave Georgia. I can't be here no more. I can't.
Mm.
I end up just leaving Georgia. I left Georgia altogether.
You sold your stuff, like just got rid of it, like you
Yeah,
just like
just yeah,
I'm done with it.
yeah.
Wow.
I just left Georgia. I couldn't do it.
No.
Couldn't do it. So I ended up leaving.
So it's Georgia now. When you look back, is it a sense like is it something like
It's crazy because um when I moved to Georgia, I had my son Elijah.
mm-hmm,
So I had Tyler that was in Diana's stomach.
mm-hmm,
I had Justine, and then with my new relationship with Holly, I ended up having Elijah. He's
mm,
my youngest. He's my 18-year-old.
yeah.
And they have moved years down the line. Of course, they ended up moving back up north with me because I moved out of Georgia and I went and moved up north.
Yeah.
Um, Elijah was already, born or whatever.
Yeah.
He was little. So, um, oh, he was about to be born.
Okay.
So she was pregnant with him
Okay.
because I remember she stood behind. I kept Elijah while he was a newborn, and then she was getting everything ready to move to New York. I already had Elijah with me in New York
Okay.
as a newborn.
Okay.
So she stood behind, taking. I think she had two other kids, so she had to get all that situated. And I was like, well, straight out the hospital after he was born, and they released him 2 days later. I said, I'll take him to New York with me. You handle stuff, and we'll just keep in communication to get you moved up here. So I took Elijah, and I was like, I'll start, the WIC program and all that
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
milk, and you know. So I'm moving back to
Now, where are you in New York?
I'm actually I went back to my mom's
Okay.
because it was just me and Elijah. So I went back to my mother for a few months
Okay.
and trying to set everything up and find a place for her to come down to so we can have a place on our own.
Yeah.
We ended up moving to Atlantic City,
Okay.
New Jersey.
Okay.
So I found a place in Atlantic City from the Bronx. That's probably like 2.5 hours away.
Yeah, it's
So
not
like
very
that,
far.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, found a place there. She moved down. We moved into that. Um, Atlantic City didn't last too long.
Okay.
Um, the fights,
Uh.
the whole fighting in front of everybody so everybody could see not to play with us and stuff
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that. Um, I remember they used to call my ex-wife, Elijah's mom, they used to call her Layla Ali. She was nice with the hands. So she ended up beating somebody to a pulp, like in front of the whole courtyard. That everybody seen it. It was a bad block. It was a bad street. It was a lot
Yeah.
of drugs, a lot of stuff. So we became popular off of that. We're
Okay.
not the ones that we played with, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That didn't last long because I ended up getting sick. I got a tattoo. That tattoo caused staph infection. They had me in an isolated room in Atlantic City, emergency room in the hospital. They kept me there. They couldn't figure out how to shake that sickness off. They gave me antibiotics left and right. They couldn't.
It wouldn't go away.
It was killing me. And then all the antibiotics, antibiotics kills all the good and bad, and then the
Yeah.
good comes back,
Yeah.
and the bad stays away.
Yeah.
I was done. I was dying. I was weak. They didn't know
Because
what
it was
to
in
do
your
with
blood.
me.
Was it in your blood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't
No.
have feeling in my left hand now, and I still don't. Due to I had 6 different surgeries on this arm, and then I lost feeling in this hand because they had to split that open. So you see my hands look different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do thumbs up. This one I can't do all the way. It just looks different.
Oh
So
wow. I don't. Okay.
I can't feel
Okay.
like
Yeah.
this part of my left hand.
That's crazy.
Due to that situation. So I end up calling my mom in New York, and she's like, "Hey, why don't you just go to Montefiore Hospital? Montefiore Hospital is one of the best hospitals, for stuff like that
Yeah.
in the Bronx." I'm like, "All right, cool." She was like, "Just move back in, bring the baby, bring Holly or whatever.
And you guys got married. You said ex-wife.
No, we were not.
Oh.
No, we got married way.
Oh, okay. So, but you guys got married though.
Yeah, we were together 16 years. So we
Oh
got married
wow.
way down.
Okay.
Then we married like the last 3 years of our relationship, so it was way
Gotcha. Okay.
down the line.
So you guys were just like dating. I mean, like boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah, we were living together. We did the whole thing. We just weren't married.
Okay.
So I ended up moving back to New York to get treatment because I was very sick.
Okay.
They couldn't figure it out there, so I went to Montefiore Hospital, which they did amazing. They got me back up.
How long were you sick for now? Like how long? Like what was the time frame? Do you remember? This is a couple weeks.
All together. Well, I think I was there 2 months sick in Atlantic City.
Wow.
Where after a few surgeries, they had a nurse at the house. They used to come and spend the day with me because I had to get care or whatever it may be. I had bloodline. What is it called? A blood.
Like an
catheter.
IV. Okay.
A PICC line catheter is what they call it. So they put it in the vein here, and it goes into your heart. That's where they would inject the antibiotics. So they had to, do that. They still couldn't shake it off. So I ended up moving to New York to my mom's house. I got better. As I was getting better, my mom and Holly got into it, which caused me to get into it with my mom because right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't care who you are. I'm just gonna point that out.
Yeah.
So it was like midnight. Ended up getting a knock on the door. My mom went to stay with her boyfriend for the night, and it was because she didn't want to be in the same house with us. And I'm like, I don't have nowhere else to go. What do you want me to do? Just y'all need to stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get a knock at the door. Midnight. It was the police. They say, hey, you gotta go. I'm like, yeah, your mom said that she wants you out. I said, okay, I'll be out in the morning. He said, no, you have 15 minutes to pack your stuff up and go. I'm like, officer, I have a newborn. I don't have nowhere to go. He's like, you got 15 minutes, bro. To pack my stuff up. End up sleeping in the car that night with the newborn.
Because Holly wasn't there yet.
She was there.
Oh, she was there.
She was there. She already had moved up. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so where did she go? With you?
Yeah, she was with me the whole time. It was me, her, and Elijah. Wow. Slept in the car. We ended up having
because you guys didn't have any money. Like you guys were like, I mean, like
I was sick.
Yeah, you weren't working.
I was sick. I was dying.
Yeah.
I was weak. I was just dying.
Yeah.
And I ended up just pretty much just checking into a homeless shelter.
Okay.
That was like real bad experience. Yeah. So that lasted a little bit. I think we did the homeless shelter thing for like, I don't know, 5 months.
Okay.
So it was bad. My family just, I felt like they betrayed me and all this other stuff. I had a newborn. It was.
And your mom never like apologized or like you never like.
No,
she never.
We stopped talking for years.
Wow.
We stopped talking for years.
Do you remember like you want to share what the situation was about, or like no? Or,
what do you mean?
Like you said, Holly and your mom got into a big fight, like an argument.
It was. I mean, Holly didn't speak Spanish. My mother didn't speak English, and there was a lot of miscommunications, and it was a woman clash. And then my mom thought that I was taking her side, which I was, because right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
You're not gonna disrespect my girl.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you are, it's not okay just because you're my mom.
Yeah.
To do whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just the attitude I had.
Yeah.
And I stand on that. I'm still the same way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up going through the shelter system, and then got myself up out of that. Okay. That's pretty much how I ended up at the Essex house. That was the first job I got that took me out of the shelter system. Moved to Connecticut. Right after I was in the transition.
You've done the East Coast pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah. So at the end of that whole thing, I saved up enough money, bought a working car, moved out of the shelter to Connecticut. Then I traveled for a few months. Traveled from Connecticut to New York City, to the Essex house, and then that whole murder thing happened. Lost my job, but I ended up becoming a bouncer at the nightclubs.
Okay.
In Connecticut.
Okay.
So I would be at the nightclubs, being a bouncer / bully, because everybody that we kicked out and knocked out, I was robbing you. Okay. That was like the, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. that turned into another whole.
Wow.
A whole nother thing.
Multiple streams of income.
Yeah, so I was in there, the nightclubs from Thursday to Sunday, every night, controlling everything that came in, came out. The women, the the drinks, the everything,
Yeah.
the drugs, the whole thing. And if we kicked you out the club for acting up, we're knocking you out physically, and we were gonna rock. Every time. If
Every
you were
time.
laid out on the floor unconscious, I'm going in your pockets. I'm taking everything from you, chain, jewelry, everything. There was a lot of situations that
Like,
came
would
with
you
it.
leave them their ID, or would you take it all?
I take the whole wallet.
The
I'm not
whole.
looking through the wallet. I take the whole wallet, look through it later, throw the rest in the river.
Wow.
Like,
Wow. Okay.
like,
Yeah. Okay.
you know
So
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
that was like that was like the everyday life
Yeah.
in
Okay.
that point.
So your
Made a
ID.
lot of money, shook a lot of hands.
Yeah.
So fast forward, I did that for a little while, and then I end up wanting to become a bodyguard.
Okay.
So that came to starting to meet the celebrities that came to perform in these nightclubs, and light bulb went off, bing, and I'm like, I'm a good protector.
Yeah.
Let me just make this something big.
Yeah.
I can make really good money with this. Plus, the streets already know who I am.
Yeah.
So I talked to a couple of managers of celebrities and da da da, and I was like, hey, man, I can go on tour with you guys one day. And they're like, yo, you're perfect. You're a good communicator. You're a good person, and you're strong, and you know your stuff. And,
Yeah.
you always strapped, and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You got your bulletproof vest on, like you're good to go. So I started doing that. I'm like, let me just get some licenses and proper training. Then I started training with Secret Service.
Wow.
So I went to Florida to train. Came back. I would go, once a year. So I trained with Secret Service. Um, Trainings were really, really intense. Got pretty much stronger in that field. And then I left the nightclubs. I
Stronger
had
as in like the to fight, or like what do you mean, like stronger?
well,
Like,
both the knowledge
okay,
on how to move, different tactics to protect myself
what to
and
look
protect my.
for? Like, or
Yeah,
did you
pretty
already
much.
kind of know that
I already
already?
had that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I knew it all, but
There's levels.
yeah. So they
Truly.
taught me a lot, and I put that together with what I already knew, which
Yeah.
made me a monster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Heard.
saying?
Heard. Yeah.
Because these people are like, they're on a different level of protection,
Yeah.
but they're not street dudes.
Yeah.
So once I put that together, it was like,
That's like
I
a
see, I
that's a
see everything.
that's a combination.
Yeah, I see everything
Yeah.
at this point.
Okay.
Um, at this point, I had 30, probably about 30, 35 guys that worked for me.
Okay.
Because now I stopped working for
The
the bouncers company that I was working with, and I started my own.
okay.
So I started getting accounts in nightclubs that they didn't have accounts in because I
Mm,
wasn't going to step on nobody's toes. I still love them. I have respect for them.
right.
They're a really powerful team, and I've been through a lot with them.
So you basically, like, your entire, just from hearing, like, your entire life, you have been like, every time you have an opportunity, you've always went above and beyond to where, like, how, okay, so how does this run? How
Yeah,
does this part run?
it's like capitalizing on everything
Yeah,
I
yeah,
touch.
yeah. And it's like, it doesn't matter if you started from waxing floors or executive of a company,
Exactly. Yeah.
and then you came the bouncer, and you're like, well, there's more to this.
Yeah.
There's more. There's higher up, because like at the end of the day, like, there's somebody above me. Or there's some, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so,
It's
okay,
got to come from somewhere. I want to
yeah,
know where.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's okay.
Um, at that point, I had like 30 some employees. So I had different accounts with different nightclubs where I would just put people to work. There's a lot of jail dudes that couldn't get regular jobs, and I would pay them,
Mhm.
the $20 an hour. Plus, if they had extra responsibilities, if I wasn't there, if they had to collect money at the end of the night for me and pay the guys for me, and then give them my cut, whatever it may be, I would pay them a little extra for that. You know,
You looked out.
yeah, I looked out, of course.
Yeah,
Of course, they got in trouble, they got locked up, we would bail them out.
yeah, yeah,
Whatever it
yeah,
may be.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so I took care of my guys. I had like 30 some guys. I had to leave that whole thing, became a bodyguard, hit the road, went on tour.
Wow. Who were your bodyguard for? Yeah.
Um, I did Aggie, Fat Boy SSE for 7 years. I've worked with Fetty Wap. I've worked with French Montana. I've been around Cardi, Post Malone. Um, a lot of
A
people.
lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people. Rough Riders.
Like,
There's
I've
just a
seen,
list. Yeah.
like I've seen, like, your pictures, like, you posted up, like, Jay-Z, like Meek Mill, like, I've seen that, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like, I've seen. So I was like, were you just like worked alongside them, or you just like bumped
It
into
was a
them from just,
mixture.
it was just
It
from
was a
the
mixture of
scene?
yeah. It was a mixture of either working with them, or being around them, or having access to them, or being cool with them, or
Yeah,
it was just a mixture of everything. Just being in the rap industry
yeah,
all together. You know what I'm saying? Um, and many more artists. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I can go down the line for a while. So I
yeah.
did that for a lot of years. Um,
That's
that
why
of
your name is
course,
the New
New
York.
York, the bodyguard.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So that led to a lot because every night ended up in the strip club. You know, I end up after a while. That's when I met. My my second wife was in the club, and we partied, and I don't know. Now I'm starting to see like maybe she was attracted to the fame because at this point now it's like fame.
Yeah,
It's like I go out, everybody's like, "Oh my God, New York the bodyguard, can I get a picture with you?"
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or people sending me stuff and wanting me to promote and just wanting to be around me, and it was just like more of the fame and fame and fame. I've done movies and videos and been on like
She
106
saw
and
you as
Park.
money. Could have.
Yeah, but it was a 5 year relationship.
Yeah,
So it wasn't.
just in and out.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was. I don't know. I can't even call it. But that's the point where when that broke up, that's the point where I lost everything, and then I gave my life to Christ.
Wow.
Um,
Well, what happened with you and Holly?
um, yeah, it was like 16 years. I totally demolished that relationship.
Mm,
It was all my fault. I broke her heart. I did everything. I didn't respect her. I cheated left and right. I
mm,
did everything.
okay.
I'm to blame to all
Yeah.
that.
Well, and I wanted, and that's what I was going to ask. It was like, and I, in no disrespect, but like you see in here, like you see out, and it's like people are constantly cheating in the strip clubs and, you know what I mean? And so it's
Mhm.
just like, did you fall into that? Like, did you cheat? Like, were you unfaithful to her?
Every
And
time I cheated.
yeah, what is
I've
this something?
never.
Would
Yeah.
did you admit it, or was it something she found out?
No, I lied about it till she found out.
Yeah,
But it was like, okay, she forgave me the first time, second time, third time, fourth time. It was like 10 times, 12 times, 13 times, and she kept forgiving me. And I was just like, you know what? Now I don't like your attitude. Now I
mm,
don't even like you as a person. You too
mm.
much of a nag. You too much of this, that, and the other. And it's like,
So the trust is broken. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So
So it's
now
like,
now I
yeah,
know it's like, yo, she has a reason to be like that. I mean, she's broken.
yeah.
I didn't care.
And you were just like, well, you forgave me. Like, this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah, like you're not gonna keep holding it over my head. But then at the same time, it's like I'm not stopping. I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah,
still running around with women. I'm still.
you're not changing.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not
doing. You're not
changing. If
moving.
anything,
You're not
I'm
doing anything
getting
different.
worse
Yeah,
because now I'm around celebrities. Now what I'm saying? Now it's
yeah.
just not regular girls. Now it's celebrities that I'm with, and now it's just this,
You're
that,
like,
and
I
the
ain't
other.
turning that down.
Yeah, and it's just
That's
like
oh yeah,
the attention was crazy.
yeah,
So she pointed that out. She's like, your head is getting too big now that you're on camera. Now that you're here, that now you think you're too good for everybody else. And I've never felt like I was, but I could understand why she thinks that.
yeah,
So that whole lifestyle wasn't for her, and I know why because I wasn't being respectful.
yeah.
And I demolished that whole entire relationship, and I take full responsibility for it, and I apologize to her. She didn't accept it and none of that, but I still pray for her, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Now we still don't talk, but she might like one of my posts or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's getting there little by little.
Yeah.
And I pray that one day I can sit with her and maybe laugh again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the Lord can do that.
oh, of course, of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
He's done a lot already with her
Yeah.
because
Oh,
she was a witch,
wow.
and now she posts about God and all that, and it's through prayer. I've
Yeah.
been going to war for her
Yeah.
and a lot of praying for her and stuff like that. She's done a lot of things to me,
Yeah.
in that spiritual realm. So it's like,
Yeah. You said her name
but
was Holly.
Holly, yeah, but
Yeah. Don't pray for her
he's
too.
working hard.
Yeah.
He's been working hard on her. Now she's like posting about God and
Man, but
Jesus,
that's what the Lord
and I'm just
does.
like,
Like,
woo, I'm open. I'm like happy.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah. He turns
that's
your pain into purpose.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I still work on every single day now. Just getting getting to know her and have her kind of give in to have being my friend again.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I totally demolished that whole entire relationship, and then she ended up moving back to Georgia,
Okay.
to Brunswick.
Oh wow. Okay. With your son Elijah.
Yeah, so they
Okay.
live in the city that I ran.
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's like a full
So
circle.
yeah, now I hear a lot of stories. My son's like, yeah, they keep bringing up your name and they know you.
No.
And he's like,
Mm. So I was.
I said, do you feel uncomfortable? Any kind? He's like, nah, I don't care.
Okay.
Ain't nobody touching me. My
Yeah.
son's really confident.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
like, ain't worried about them.
That's good.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Just
Okay.
I don't know, make a phone call.
I'm healing, not healed.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Like,
So
half half holy over here. Like,
yeah.
no.
So I
Okay.
demolished that whole relationship, and then ended up getting into the new relationship where We were together 5 years.
Okay.
We
But
ended
this is really now for like the scene. This is like celebrity around celebrities. So
hmm
did she have children? Did you guys like?
No, she didn't have children.
Okay, so
She was younger.
she was younger. Okay.
So it was like an age gap relationship.
So then pretty much at this time, like, yes, you have 3 kids, but you're single. Like the kids don't live with you. They would live with the moms. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
pretty much because two of my kids live in New York City
Right.
with Diana,
Yeah.
and then Elijah lived with Holly,
Yeah.
and then they actually still lived in Connecticut at that time.
Hmm.
And I moved out and
Okay.
moved up the street. So, my son already, he had his own bedroom in my house, and he would just come
Right.
stay with me back and forth. We only live a few minutes away from each other until she ended up packing up and moving back to Georgia.
Okay.
And I stayed in Connecticut with my new relationship. And that went pretty crazy because, we had a lot of potential as far as like with TV shows and being like in the eye of the public, like VH1 and different things were gonna come about our
Yeah.
relationship, and it was a great relationship where we empowered a lot of couples
Okay.
to love each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
And you guys got married?
we ended up getting married,
Okay.
right? 2023 we got married.
Okay.
We
Wow.
got married 2023, not too long ago.
Okay.
We got married. She wanted to move to Florida. She wanted a house in Florida. She wanted, what I'm saying, all this stuff. And I
Yeah.
was like, anything for you. I gave her the biggest princess wedding. It was crazy. Like the wedding was just like jaw dropping,
Wow.
crazy. We moved to Florida. We didn't even hit our 1 year anniversary, wedding anniversary. After being together 5 years, we got married. Not even our first year anniversary, and caught her cheating. 5 different men demolished me.
Oh wow.
Demolished, degrading. I mean, it was the worst. And I've never cheated on her. This is one woman that I've just.
So
I
basically, what you did just came back.
Yeah.
And
I
you're like,
I worship the ground she walked on. That I'm gonna put it to you like this. And it's not for anybody to feel any kind of way. Like she's never had to put toothpaste on her toothbrush.
that's crazy.
For 5 years, she had everything set up and laid out, and I mean literally toothpaste on her toothbrush, everything laid out, hair brushed. I mean, just the treatment any woman would want.
All she had to do was just literally.
Just breathe,
That's insane.
breathe.
And what was her? What did she say? What was her reason? Just
She
felt like
didn't want the married life. She doesn't know why, and this that, and the other. It's like 5 guys. So I remember one time.
Okay, hang on. My mind is going. Okay, maybe this is still the healing part of me.
Mhm.
5 guys at once, or like 5 different people. Like was it?
No, at once in the same room, maybe not.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay.
But at 5 at once, yes. In the same time frame, yes. Today and tomorrow, the next day, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you find this out?
I found this out because one day I was tired. I couldn't sleep, and she had told me, "Hey, take some melatonin, so you can get some rest, and then you got to get up, and you got to work, and this, that, and the other." And I'm like, okay. Took 5 melatonins because I'm big, you know what I'm saying? It's not,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
really touch me. So I took 5 of them. Still couldn't sleep, but I fell asleep. Woke up, and something was like, something's off. She's supposed to be going to work. Something's off. I went downstairs. I was in the bedroom. I went downstairs, and it was something weird. So I called her phone. I said, "Where are you?" She said, she worked at CVS across the street from the house. Now we're in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Oh, I'm in Publix." I'm like, "What are you doing in Publix? You're supposed to be going to work." She's like, "Well, I just had to go get some food for you to make sure that you have food when you woke up. You have something to eat."
Like you don't ever do that.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when she came home, she pulled up. I was downstairs. My heart was racing. I already knew something was going on.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it was just weird. She walks in. She tried to act like nothing was up, and I'm like, yeah, she looked like she's just nervous.
Yeah.
Like, where's your phone? She said, "Oh, it's in the truck." Okay. Pushed out the way, walked out the door, grab a phone. She's chasing me at this time. I'm like, yeah, there's something on your phone.
Yeah.
She I go to the phone. I see the messages. I just gave him 5 melatonins. He's knocked out. LOL. Pull up to the driveway so we could do it in the back seat.
Oh wow.
And that's what happened while I was asleep.
That's wow.
Yeah. Crushed me. Then going through the phone more, found out more, found pictures, different guys, different this, videos, and I was just like, I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe. It's like this is like the
And you
happiest
had
I've ever
no
been in my
idea.
life. No, no,
Didn't suspect it.
no, I
Nothing.
would never.
No.
I would have went to war with God if he told me that wasn't my word. I was like, you a liar.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like I just kept like came to me. It was just like that was like you finding out was like the Lord, like you not being able to sleep. Looking back, I was like that was the Lord. Like that was him not allowing that to happen to you. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, or for you falling asleep. You know what I mean? Like, because you had no suspicions and nothing, and then you're just like something's not right. Like that's not
I've
us.
never had that feeling.
That's not us.
Yeah, I've trusted.
That's
I've
not.
trusted
That's
her with
not us.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And I mean, I was at the strip club every night.
Yeah,
She knew I wouldn't touch nothing.
yeah.
You know. And
That's
if anything, I mean, let's be realistic. Let's keep it raw, like we said we were. Yeah, me and her, we did things with other females. You know what I'm saying? So we had
yeah,
that. I didn't have to go by myself because she would come with me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So we
yeah.
had that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Which Lord, please forgive me. But yeah. So that played out like that. I ended up kicking her out of the main bedroom, moving her to the guest bedroom until she got herself together and got out.
And then you guys
I
you
was crushed. I lost
divorced.
everything. I
Like,
wasn't able to even breathe, eat, nothing. I wasn't able to do nothing. I was just done.
mm,
I remember one day in particular, I'm just crying out, not to nobody. I'm just crying so hard. I'm in this room in the house. I didn't leave the house for months. When I say I didn't leave that, I mean I'm talking
like
about
you
like
were heartbroken.
I was broken. Um, at this point, I had just
What was it about her that made you just like you just this is it? Like they crushed you about like you know what I mean? What was it about her that was different than the past relationships?
she was very joyful. She didn't complain.
Mm,
She went with the flow of everything. She
okay.
was just very happy all the time. Um, she was part of the journey of my success. The crowds loved us.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't even go to Six Flags, and it's like the crowds was like, "Oh my God," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
J Esther in New York,
Yeah.
the bodyguard. Oh my God, can we get pictures with you guys? It was
Yeah.
like it
That's
was
crazy.
part of the rush. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was
Yeah.
like the beginning of the fame starting to kick off
Okay.
for me, and then for her because she was my you know my
And you
significant other.
this is like something you started off and so it went good and then plus you're like, no, I know I've been faithful. I've been
Yeah,
you know what I
I
mean? Like
poured into it.
I
Yeah,
did I did the right thing.
yeah. She
Like,
accepts me. I
yeah,
accept her.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do
This is
everything
gonna be
together.
it. This is
This is more like a friend, a best friend to me than
yeah, it
anything.
was
And that's
easy.
like it was easy,
Yeah.
exactly. So 5 years lasted. So I went through the whole brokenheartedness for a few months, and I was just I couldn't eat. I lost
Did
weight.
you try
Uh,
to like work it out with her or was she was just like or were you just like, nah, I can't do this?
it's crazy you say that because I told her that I forgive her and that I just want to be her with her and that I don't care about the five guys and it's just like I just want to be with you like just stop I
Yeah.
forgive you. She's like I just don't want to be with you and I'm like you don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Then
You this is where you need to be. I give you everything. You drive a Mercedes Benzes, you got jewelry, you got everything you want.
yeah.
I love you. I don't mistreat you. We've never had a fight. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've been with her 5 years, never had an argument with her. That's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing in life.
Yeah.
I mean it.
Yeah.
Not one fight. Never in 5 years, not one. I was happy.
Yeah.
I was beyond happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I remember one particular day, a few months down the line, I was just out of it. I felt like I was dying. I was weak. I wasn't eating. I had went down to like 240 pounds.
Okay.
I've never been 240 pounds in my life.
Yeah.
I
So
was
you got
280 at
so
that
basically you
point.
got skinny is what
I
that
got
probably looked like.
skinny,
Yeah.
skinny, fragile,
Mm,
sad, broken. I mean, and you could tell.
yeah.
You could tell I was walking around like just like a zombie.
Dang.
I didn't have no reaction, no personality. I didn't leave the house, and when I did, I was just like dry.
Dang.
I wasn't feeling nothing. I was just dead. Never felt like that in my whole entire life. Never. That's the worst pain I've ever been through in my life.
Yeah.
The worst.
Mm,
The worst. And I've lost my best friend, and that
yeah.
was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
hundred times harder than that. That's how hard it hit me.
Dang.
And I'm like, I remember one time just in the room, and I'm just crying and crying. And at this point, I'm on the floor. I can't even stand up. And I'm crying and crying and crying. And then um, I just remember, the sleepless nights, and I remember just the gust of wind. So I remember just being on the floor and watch and looking at under the door.
Like you were laying or you're like kneeling.
I was kneeling
Okay.
on the floor and I'm crying so bad. The carpet is just soaked. I'm
Mm,
like just weeping so hard and I can't breathe. And I'm like just pleading, like, why? And I've never felt like killing myself, or I've never had those feelings. So it
yeah.
did. It was. I've never had that issue. Um, but I was just not at that point because I never thought of it.
Yeah.
I never once thought of that. But I was just like right at the borderline, not thinking that, but I'm trying to make an example of being crushed to the
Yeah.
point where it's like nothing matters
You
anymore.
don't like there's no point of living. Or
There's no
like you weren't
point of,
suicidal, but there's no point of living. Like what is
yeah, like
life?
what is next?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's nothing here for me
Yeah. Like
anymore.
I did it all. I thought I had it all. Like what?
Yeah, like
Like you.
this can't be true, and it felt so unreal.
Yeah.
And
Your world flipped upside down.
yes, exactly. But
Yeah.
I've never thought to do anything to myself. I
Right.
was
Right.
just saying
Right.
I was literally at the point where like I have nothing left.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't know where to go, what to do, what was next, like not anything.
And
So I
that's not of
remember,
you because you were always very
oh
strategic,
yeah, I ran everything.
and you were just like, bro, like
Yeah,
next, like
dude,
on to the you know what I mean? Like
and
that
all
was
I could think of the whole time was like so many people, hundreds of people were at my wedding. I entertained so many people. Yeah, like
it was a beautiful wedding.
$50,000 down
Yeah.
the drain, $40,000 down the drain. Everybody was there. Celebrities came, people that I didn't even know to show love. It's like
It's
all the
huge.
exotic cars, all the drones everywhere,
Yeah.
the whole lake, dancing on the lake. I mean, this the whole princess wedding.
Yeah.
And all I could think of is I'm embarrassed of how many
Mm.
people came out, showed love, gave gifts, this, that, and the third. Like I didn't know where to put my face. I mean, everything that I could think of under the sun was like going through my mind for all these months. And I'm like, I remember that particular day, I'm on the floor crying, and I remember just lifting my head up, and I'm just like crying and saying, why? And it's like a gust of wind. When I say a gust of wind, I'm talking about like a gust of
Like
wind, like
you're like your
yeah,
shit.
like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
came from under that door and hit me so hard. And I went like this, and I blinked, and I was like, I didn't know what it was, but I knew that it was God.
Mm.
And I was like, just stood there in shock,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
stopped crying because I didn't know what was happening, but I felt it hit my body and go inside of me, and I was like, I know who God is now. I never cried out to
Wow.
him, didn't know who he was. Now it's like now I feel something, and I know that it's the Holy
Yeah.
Spirit, and I didn't even know what the Holy Spirit was.
Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, I know exactly what you.
And at that point,
Your life was just different.
oh, I was still broken,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I felt a little motivation, a little more
Mm.
hope, and I was like, I started going to church. I found a church. I started going to church. I started praying. I started worshiping. After that day, I think it was 3 or 4 days later, I finally was able to leave the house.
Wow.
I left the house, got in my truck and my Tahoe, drove out the parking lot, and I see an old lady, and she's walking with bags full of like dead grass. So she was in her yard and she was picking all that stuff
Okay.
and she was
Okay.
putting in the bags and she was carrying the bags back to the front of the house. She was walking back to the front of the house and she could barely walk. And I'm like, let me help her. So I pull over and I'm just broken.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about somebody else. I'm putting myself aside. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. So I get out the truck and I come up to her. I said, ma'am, I'm sorry. I just wanted to help you get to the front of the house. And she was like, no, no, I'm okay. And she has a sling on.
Oh, bless her
And
little
I'm
heart.
like, no, it's okay. I'll help you. So I grab the bags from her and I start walking to the house. Put the bags down. She just looks and say, thank you so much. You know, you're really, really sweet. And I said, you're very welcome. You know, I'm glad I was able to help. And I go to walk off. And that's the first time I hear the voice of God. And he said, turn around and pray. I'm like,
I'm like, stop with
bro,
me.
I'm like, I don't even know how to pray for myself.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pray.
Yeah.
So I try to shake it off and walk off. He said, turn around and pray for her. I was like, I turned around and I said, ma'am, I'm nervous. You could tell I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, um, is it okay if I hold your hand and pray for you? And she's like shaking and, you know, little old lady. And she comes up to me and she's like, okay. I grab her hands and I start praying. And I don't know what to say, but the Holy Spirit is filling me up
Mm-hmm.
and telling me what to say. And I went down this road and that lady began to cry. And she let my hand go and fell into my chest and started to cry, soaked my shirt up, and she was weeping so hard. And I
No.
just kept praying.
No.
I said amen. She backed up and looked at me with her head dropped, eyes looking up toward me because I'm tall. And she said, who are you? And I'm like, um, I'm, I'm, I'm just Carlos. I just wanted to pray for you. She was like, it's been 11 years and I've been living in fear that somebody's going to come to kill me. And this is the first time in 11 years that I felt this relief off my shoulders. Who are you? I'm
Look,
like,
I got tears in my eyes. Like,
me too. I'm hoping. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm just being obedient. And she's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And she said, I have cameras all over my house. And this is when I start looking at her house.
mm-hmm.
This lady had cameras in all her windows.
Oh my God. So she was
Scared
paranoid.
for 11 years. So I end up saying the prayer, touching bases with her. She thanked me. I told her it wasn't me. I was just listening, being obedient to the Holy Spirit
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't know anything of.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk off and like, oh, and like, wow, like what, why, what just happened?
Yeah.
How did I just, how did I just, what just happened?
Yeah. What did I just say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm like, something's
Mm.
happening in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. I leave, I go, I think I went to the gym for the first time. I went to the gym, worked out, came back home. I couldn't work out too much. I was very petite. I couldn't eat. I was very fragile. Try to work out, get my mind right, get on the treadmill, and just like I couldn't focus. I had bleeding.
Yeah.
Coming back home, I think it was like the next day. I'm driving.
And this is in
This is in Florida.
Florida. Yeah.
I'm driving the next day, and I think I was going to the auto parts store.
Okay.
I think I was going to get some oil or something for my truck. I'm driving, and I drive past a gas station. There's a lady, a prostitute to be exact, standing in front of the gas station parking lot.
Mm.
I'm driving past, music bumping.
Yeah.
I have, bass in my truck and I'm
Yeah.
just flying, music bumping.
Were you listening to worship or was it worldly music?
Oh, no, worldly music.
Like secular?
100%
Okay.
worldly music. So I'm bumping.
We didn't switch there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, bumping my music, and here comes the voice again.
Mm.
Turn around and go pray for her. I'm just driving. Right. I'm like, past one light, past the next, turn around and go pray for her.
Mm.
I got to the third light and I'm like, bust a U-turn.
Yeah.
Drive all the way back to the gas station, pull up on the lady. she's thinking something else. I'm like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like,
You about to pray, and she's just like,
yeah,
"What up,
she's
Poppy?"
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, um,
This is awkward.
this might, yeah, I said this might sound weird to you, but I actually just drove past you and I wanted to turn around and pray for you. Are you okay? She's like, no. I'm like, can I pray for you? She's like, no, because if my girlfriend comes and sees you here, she's going to beat me up. I'm like, man, but I'm not here for that. I don't even want you.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I'm not here for that. She said, yeah, she's going to see it in a different way. I said, well, this time right here that we're discussing this, I could just pray for you. Can I? And
Mm.
she was like, yes, okay, but from a distance. I still took a little step forward
Yeah.
and I started to pray for her. And it was over abuse. It was over things that I didn't even know. And I'm just being spirit led and I'm just hitting these points. And she begins to cry
Mm.
and
Mm.
hit me with the, I needed this. Offer a bottle of water. That was like the third or fourth day of just feeling the Holy Spirit for the first time and being saved. And it was just constant, like constant things of reminders and that he was there walking me through all these things. So, being able to pray for people like with just a voice.
And this, is nothing but the Lord, because you you didn't grow up in church, did you?
No, not at all. Catholic, of course, but that's another story. Like, just being raised in Catholic, it was more so like, yeah, Easter, we got to go to church and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it wasn't. I never knew who God was, or
You didn't
you know,
understand that Jesus actually wants a relationship with you. God wants a
exactly,
relationship.
yeah. And these were the same people that were partying in my mother's house,
Right. No.
that were going to church on
Yeah.
Easter Sunday, and you know what I mean. So
Christmas and the important times
yeah,
that
it
you're
was
supposed
like,
to
yeah,
celebrate the Lord
yeah. Now
and
we
stuff
know
like that.
different. Now it's like, church is in your heart every day.
Yeah.
It's walking with you everywhere.
I will say that even though, because the Lord, he works in mysterious ways. And so what I would say is that even though he didn't have a relationship, you didn't really know, but it's like there were seeds planted that you had no idea about. Because
Yeah,
if you think about that, like every time you were in the house or you heard the word, those are seeds being planted. Um, and that's why it's like you can't push faith on, you can't push religion or Jesus, or you can't push that on anybody. You plant the seeds and you keep moving. And when you're being led by the Spirit, especially because trust me, in this walk that I've had over just in the past 2.5 years, I'm like, Lord, what? Like, no, not me. Like, I'm not the one for it. But at the end, it ends up being, man, how did you know? I didn't, or I needed that, or like, just. And so after
yeah.
3-4 days of having your, I'm gonna say, encounter with the Lord, you're praying for people,
I
and you're
was
like,
trying
bro, I
to.
don't even know how to talk to you.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't even know. Yeah, that was the
yeah,
weird part. And it's like when you go not knowing what you're gonna say or what even
I call Jesus
where to
bro a lot.
start,
Sorry.
it's like I didn't even know where to start. And it's like the things that were coming out of my mouth is like, wow, how did I even know these things?
Yeah,
Like saying certain things that had to do with what they were struggling with was really tough.
yeah,
Um, just how that's why, I got those reactions like, who are you?
yeah,
And it's like, I'm just being obedient to the Holy Spirit.
yeah,
And in my mind, I'm like, I'm just so new to this.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, it
I
was it
don't
was
know, man.
nerve
I
wracking,
don't know
but
either. Yeah,
um, after those encounters and it just continued.
yeah,
It continued for me to, have people in my path that I can pray for
hmm,
and minister to. And it's just like now at this point, I love it. I want more of it. I can't get enough of it. Um, and it's in my prayer every day. I just want to get closer to you. I want
hmm,
to do more of your work. I want more and more and more of you. Like I know this is not it. Like I want to be able to minister one day in front
yeah,
of crowds, and
yeah.
I want to travel, and
That's terrifying for
you
me to
know,
think about. Like, and I'm just gonna jump in real quick because I've said this before. I've said it on my other podcast where like I've seen the Lord has provided visions for me and
hmm
stuff, and I've seen visions of me like speaking in front of like a crowd, but at the same time I'm like, maybe that's just all people I've spoken to, or maybe it's like I don't really know. But the thought about like speaking in front of a crowd is like, mm, it's like
It's easy.
no. Like
It's
I love the
easy.
one-on-one conversations.
Yeah.
I'll go up to anybody and anybody, and we can have a good conversation. But if I have to get up on the stage or something, that's super scary for me, and I'm like, ooh, this is
You
taking
just
a
gotta
while.
you just gotta
Like
do it.
I
Just, you know what I
know. I
mean?
mean, I
It's
haven't had that opportunity. That hasn't been presented to me.
yeah.
But even just like when I'm in class and have to do my presentations. Granted, I've been with them this
Yeah, you
entire
like
what?
mad pressure.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
Um, but I know that I'm not alone in it. So I know that if he asks me, and if like I promise you, I am not going to seek for that. So like that's something that is somebody's going to have to be like, Abby,
Mhm.
you know, maybe even use my full government name. I don't know to get, you know what
Wow.
I mean, to like to get that. But yeah. So that I'm okay on that day. Like
Yeah.
so that that's terrifying for me. But for you, I can absolutely see that happening. I could definitely see you in front of people sharing your testimony and
Yeah.
preaching the word and sharing
I
the
want to
gospel.
so bad.
Yeah,
I want to so bad.
yeah,
I just feel like I just need to keep on pushing through and um just getting to know him more and
yeah.
more and more. Because one thing that I don't want to do is mislead
Correct. Yeah,
by my own understanding.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I want to make sure that what I take in and the way I translate it and use it in my life is the way that he is um, pushing it out
yeah,
the right way. It's
yeah.
not, you know,
But they,
just me making up my own things about it. Like I don't want it to be that way.
yeah,
And and if it does, it's not intentional.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's always going to be with a good heart. Um, but I know not to push that and to keep it with truth
Well, and
and simple. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
And I had a friend say to me the other day, she was like, um, how does she word it? She said it so good, and I'm gonna butcher it, so forgive me. But it was like your intentions may be good and pure, but they're not from the Lord yet, or they're not from. I mean, they're from the Lord, but they're he's that's not where he's asking you
Yeah.
to go. That's not what he's asking you to say, even though like our intentions are like pure behind it, like
Hmm.
and genuine behind it, because But sometimes he's just the Lord's just like, I didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to say that. You know, and you're like, okay,
Definitely.
sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just, I feel like that's my calling when it comes to the kingdom that to just to minister and it's because it comes from like having such a strong story in my experiences in
Yeah.
life where um I've always said this thing like and I mean it in the most humble ways. Like when I speak, you're going to listen, and it's in the most humblest way. It's like I'm not I'm not the type of person that's never been a pushover. It's like when I speak, people listen because they know that it's coming from truth, respect, and love.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I say that, I don't mean it in that way.
You don't mean it in a
I just say
prideful
it.
and arrogant
I say it
way.
raw. I mean it.
Yeah.
When I say something, it's going to be something that it's going to uplift.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be with truth, and and if it rubs you the wrong way, it's because it's truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Okay, so let me ask you something. Has the Lord asked you to minister or talk to people that you've been like, I don't want to know? Is there anybody from your past?
at this current moment, my mom,
Yeah.
we're not talking right now. My sisters, we're not talking right
No.
now. Yeah, and it's been something that I'm getting to the point where I'm almost ready to pull the trigger and just go pop up and squash everything.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a bit challenging. I just, my sister, the one that I came to visit when I first moved out here,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up staying because I felt like, you know, this is where I needed to be with
Yeah.
church and
Yeah.
with God and stuff
Well,
like that.
you're being
So
led. You're
yeah,
for
so I
sure.
ended up, it turned from staying over here for a few weeks to like now I live here,
Yeah.
and it's the best decision I've ever made
Yeah.
because look where I'm at with Life Point, and
Mhm.
now I do photography for them, and
Yeah.
I'm on the path of strengthening my faith and
Yeah.
ministry and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So I know that I'm in the right place, but these things are just happening um, with my family, and then us not talking to each other, and I just feel like I'm the only one that can make that right, and I need to just kind of put my pride aside and go ahead and just squash it.
Yeah.
Um, it's been really heavy on me. Um, my mom just we just stopped talking recently, so since we stopped talking in October,
Okay.
so that's recent. My sister, it's been over a year
That's
now.
hard.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because a lot of things came out in that relationship where she she treated me certain ways. I came up here to heal, and she added to my stress by a lot of things coming out, like her, you know, being jealous of me
Mm.
since we were kids because of the attention that I bring, because of just everybody magnetizes toward me really strongly, and she feels left behind due to that.
Is she? Did she go to Life Point? Did she go to church?
No, not at all.
Is she a believer?
No.
So it sounds like, I mean, this is truly a lack of identity because she is loved, and that she's always been worthy. And so it's a kind of like a rejection that it seems like she's feeling just from what you're describing and you're
Yeah.
saying. And it's like, no, it's like, well, it was for me has always been for me, and what's for her has always been for her. But like, that doesn't mean she's loved any less. That doesn't mean she's,
Yeah, because yeah, I mean, you're right, and it came from going back to when we were kids. It's like me and her used to always be together, and then it's like when I started hitting the street, I didn't want to bring my sister to that because I
yeah.
loved her enough to protect her from the streets and the things that I was doing, running
Do you
around,
feel like
saying silly things.
she felt abandoned?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. She felt abandoned. She felt left behind, and that she wasn't cool enough to hang out with the cool kids because I
That
was very
wasn't it at
popular. I mean,
all.
you think about
Yeah.
in junior high school, I was um, most popular. I didn't go to high school, so junior high school in the
Yeah.
yearbook, I ended up even with all those troubles and things I used to do, I was most popular, best dressed, and best looking in the yearbook. So it's like I was always the newest Jordans and
Mm-hmm.
dressed up nice, and I was very popular. So
Oh.
I was nominated those three. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Um, I don't want to sound like I'm in a midlife crisis right now because I'm
No.
44 talking about
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
no, but still, like,
it's like
yeah,
that's how my life had played out, and it in wanting to protect her from
the
being
lifestyle.
the lifestyle and being into all those things, I would leave her home, and she wasn't
Mm,
allowed to come hang out with me.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like
So she feels like maybe she was never good enough. She felt
exactly.
abandoned, and then, um, you know, but that's just truly deep inside that has nothing to do with you. That is an all internal thing that I know the Lord could heal her from. And
Definitely.
and it was never. Sometimes we look at rejection, or we look at situations like a rejection, when at the same time I can look at it and be like, dang, like the Lord protected her entire life by
Hmm.
not involving her in this, where she looks at it as like I was never good enough, and the Lord's like, nah, I'm saving you.
Yeah.
You know?
Even like with my parents, yeah, you're right. And even with my parents, like she feels like they that I was their favorite,
Mm,
and it wasn't that I was their favorite, but I needed the most attention because I was the wildest one.
yeah.
And I don't think she sees that. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't favoritism. It was like I
You're the
needed
one that they're worried about the most.
exactly,
Yeah.
and it
Mm.
wasn't choosing. It was more so like we gotta make sure that
We ain't
this
got no,
kid ain't
yeah.
gonna go, and
We want to make a home.
yeah, like we can't let him go because he's running around
Yeah.
the streets and he's coming home. There's times that I came home and it's just like I'm bloodied up, clothes bloodied up and all that. My
Mm.
mom panicking. I'm like, it's not my blood, ma. She's like, what do I need to do?
Oh, wow.
Like, the cops come knocking. I'm not here. You haven't seen me.
Yeah.
They're knocking on the door. Nah, I don't know where he's at. He left
Yeah.
earlier today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, type
Yeah.
of thing. But that's
Oh,
how, it's just how life played out,
I'm gonna definitely know. What's your sister's name?
Carla.
Carla.
Yeah.
Oh, pray for Carla.
Yeah.
Pray for
And
her.
then, and my other sister Haiti too, the same issue. The issue with my mom and my other sister Haiti happened at the same time, same situation. Um, where, I have my boundaries and I like those boundaries to remain strong, and when they cross them, I'm very outspoken and I said what I had to say respectfully. And, when you deal with people that don't want to hear it, whether you say it nicely or not, they don't want to hear it. They're going to take it the wrong way. And I'm just like, I'm going to give it to you anyway.
Yeah.
And that's how that played out.
Is it a, okay, I think about this until I'm not trying, is it a boundary or is it a wall? And the reason why I say that, only because the Lord had revealed some things that I thought were boundaries for me, but were walls. And
it was boundaries.
Yeah.
It was boundaries. It was more so like I like my privacy. That's why I love my family, but I can't live with them.
Oh, for sure.
Because I just like my space.
Mhm.
When I go back to Colonial Beach to my crib, it's like I check out from everything and everybody, and it's just like that's my place of peace.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
I
where it's
do
supposed to
always
be.
pick up my phone.
Yeah.
If you say, "Hey, I need to come
Yeah.
come to the house,"
Yeah.
but I mean, as far as like
Your
always at the
home
house,
needs to be your peace.
yeah,
Your
I
home
always
needs-
said,
Yeah.
I've always said my house is not a hangout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
hmm
It's like, yeah, you come one day, you come 2 days, you come every day.
Yeah.
As long as we're being productive, we're working on it. But if you just coming around and you're just lingering around and you're just like, now you're laying on my sofas, now you're
Yeah.
So that's how I always felt
It
about
got to
family.
go.
I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, this is not a place for that.
hmm
But yeah, I don't think it's a wall. I think it's more boundaries, because it's like it all started off with concerns.
Okay.
So they were pretty much concerned about me going to Puerto Rico.
Okay. To get married?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my little sister Haiti and my mom started talking amongst themselves, and the way they painted it was like, oh, Liz is gonna get him killed. It's like, first of all, Liz don't get down like that. She's not the type of woman.
Yeah.
She's not, you know what I mean? She's not fast. She's not,
Yeah.
all because if he if some if he has to protect her, they're gonna end up killing him, because I know how my brother is. And Puerto Rico is not a good place.
Yeah.
So I felt some kind of way because of the way that they're painting my wife to be.
Yeah.
I felt disrespected.
Yeah.
Second of all, the boundary is don't speak on me.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have something, any concerns, you say it to me. You say it with love and respect, and that's it. Now, when I call you and say, hey, what is going on? Because, my sister called Liz and said these things to her. Now I'm calling you and saying, what is the conversation going on about with me and my wife, or my future wife? Like, what is going on? What is being spoken about? What is the concerns? And the reaction I got wasn't good. The reaction I got from my mom's was like, I could ask what I want to ask. I'm your mother. And I'm like, well, I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
Don't step over those boundaries. I'm asking you peacefully, and I just want to clarify some things so that we can be okay. And that's how that conversation went down the line. And then she called my sister back. My sister called Liz, talking about, oh, you started drama. And I'm like, you're talking to Liz here? You're talking about Liz. Liz is
So
amazing.
did you guys ever like we're gonna come over and have a conversation about where's the root of this?
Nah,
like
they
where
cut everything off. They cut us off completely. No phone calls, no congratulations, no.
It's just not making sense to me. So they're mad. So they okay. I'm sorry, and I have to ask because I
That's
gotta
cool. That's
you know.
cool. Yeah.
So they
Because this helps me actually sort it out in my mind as well.
okay. So you guys you met Liz. We're gonna take a few steps back.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you met Liz through church, or through
I met Liz. It's funny. I met Liz on Facebook.
Okay. Oh yeah. You said that. Okay, yeah.
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 No, I met Liz on Facebook.
Okay.
Right. So, it was a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
So she would come and visit for a few days or whatever, and then it was like, look, we had some things, some decisions to make, because the beginning of the school year was happening for Selena,
Okay.
and we're like, if we wait, it's gonna throw her off to start a new year, this, that, and the other. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
well, just come on, just move.
Yeah.
I was living by myself in Winchester,
Okay.
um, and I'm like, just move,
Yeah.
you know. And
How far away is Winchester from here?
from here, 2 hours and change.
Okay.
It's towards Shenandoah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I know where that is.
Borderline to West Virginia,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Listen, I've been here so since like 2000. I've been in Virginia since 2015. Don't ask me where things are. Like I know
Gotcha.
big things like Richmond. I know like
Yeah.
Norfolk. I know like Virginia Beach, Newport News.
Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
different.
yeah. So I'm originally from Wisconsin. Um, but I know like Shenandoah. I know big DC. I know big things. But if somebody was just like, oh yeah, you know where I don't
You're like,
know Rinky Little Town is, like
yeah, you're like, nope.
give me the big stuff, like
Yeah.
around there, like how so that's why I asked. Okay, so it's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours away or
Yeah.
so.
So
Okay.
she used to live in Connecticut,
Okay.
and then we had a long distance relationship.
Crazy how it's circling
Yeah,
around
we
back to
met. It
Connecticut.
was weird. It was funny because it was the day that I had went to record the video with Justina Valentine and Jada
Okay.
Kiss.
Okay.
Um, so it was that day. Um, my phone. I was in a hotel. My phone had changed locations
Hmm.
because I was on the dating app,
Okay.
and it changed locations to Connecticut, and that's the only reason why I came across her profile.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy how the Lord
Yeah.
works
So
like
when
that.
I came back home, then I think a week or two passed by, something like that, that she reached out to me,
Okay.
thinking I was local. I'm like, nah, I'm not even local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was up here,
But yeah,
but yeah. Okay.
it's crazy. So yeah, we had a long distance relationship. And yeah, we
And
ended
that's
up just locking it in. First time I met her in person, it was crazy. I proposed to her the first day I met her.
really
Yeah.
wow.
It was kind of a joke, but it was more so like
I'm not from.
it was, yeah, it's for real. You
Like
know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna play this off, but like nah, like you
Yeah,
do. You're like nah,
yeah,
you gonna be my wife.
yeah. It was cool.
Okay.
Um,
So she okay. So she your third marriage.
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes,
Gotcha.
yes. First one was to save the relationship.
Yeah.
You don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that.
Don't ever do that. No.
No, not for the kids. Not none of that.
No.
The second one was the big heartbreak,
Yeah.
and then
The second one you thought like that
yeah,
was.
this is the real one. This is God in the center of it. This is what God wanted. This is what it is.
And it's probably never
Yeah.
something you expected.
No, she wasn't that was a deal breaker because she wasn't into God. She didn't believe. She was none of that. And I remember in the long distance relationship, I remember telling her, hey, we don't, we're not equally yoked. I can't do this. I'm looking for a woman of Christ.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, it's not gonna work then. I said, okay then.
She said it wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, just like that.
Oh.
It's not gonna work then. I said, okay, well, I'll pray for you.
And then how did it turn into?
I went into prayer. I went into prayer. I kept praying and praying and praying. If this is the one for me, Lord, do your thing.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, she calls me one day. She said, hey, guess what? And I'm like, what? She's like, I'm in church. Yeah, she was at church.
Wow.
Yeah, she was at church. She ended up, we ended up continuing. She ended up moving here, and then we got baptized.
Wow.
So she wasn't, I
That
don't
was
even
the
know,
first.
I don't
So
even
that
think,
was.
either she just literally had moved there that week or so,
Yeah.
or whatever around that time, or she hasn't even lived here yet or something, but we got baptized together right around that
In
time.
2023.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or 2024.
2024, yeah.
Yeah. And that's crazy is because so God just is so intentional, and I think it's insane. But like when we had talked about this like off camera and stuff like that we literally you and Liz got baptized the same day that my husband and I got baptized, and we even got baptized by the same people, like in the same tub with the two with Jennifer and Lord forgive me, I can't remember her name, but yeah, it was so
That's crazy.
yeah, it's so crazy. And then you guys just have been
Yeah.
together. Okay, so then
Now you see Liz, and she's like, whether I'm standing next to her now, she front row worshiping her heart out.
yeah, and I love her. And to be honest, like she has such a like when I first met her, because I met her through you, and I think I just went up and like hugged her because like I'm just weird and awkward like that. But she's so
such
sweet,
a
so
great
welcoming.
person. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's the definition to me. She's the definition of a real woman. She's everything and beyond.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for her, like I don't know where I would be. You know what I'm saying? Like
So it's so crazy how the Lord, like worked that way, where she was just like, "No, I guess I'm good," and
Yeah,
then you prayed, and
yeah. And she gained my trust. That was a red flag for me.
yeah,
But she gained my trust. Whereas
yeah,
like I let my guard down.
yeah,
I don't have any red flags. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have things that trigger me and stuff like that.
yeah,
Like with hers, it's like, and I've had triggers like when I dated,
yeah.
you know, when I try to date that one person, it's just like trigger, 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 trigger. And I'm like,
It's not it.
I'm running away.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Like
with
I'm out.
her, it's like the day that I met her in person, she literally knocked on the door. And as soon as I opened it, we gave each other the biggest hug. And as soon as she let me go, I let her go. I went down on one knee and I proposed to her.
Did she laugh?
She said yes.
Oh,
And I proposed to her. It's funny, I proposed to her with bread ties. So I called her my bread tie wife.
that's
So
so
you know
funny.
bread
Yeah,
tie that
yeah,
you
yeah,
tie the
yeah,
bread
yeah,
with?
yeah.
So we were having a conversation one night over the phone, long distance,
Mm-hmm.
and I had said a joke or something like that. And it was pretty funny. And it was about
She's gonna
proposing
be
to
like, it
her.
wasn't that funny.
Oh no, she thinks it was
No,
funny,
it's okay.
yeah.
It's fine.
She better think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like laugh, you better laugh.
Right, right.
So I end up I told her that in that joke, that conversation, that I was gonna make some rings with some bread ties,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So when she came to visit, I end up making the rings, me a ring and her a ring, and I end up buying a box and I put them in there. So
That's so
after
cute.
I saw her for the first time, I hugged her because I was so happy to have met her in person,
Yeah,
and it felt like such a relief. Like
yeah,
I felt like I was already in love with her just over FaceTime
yeah.
and talking every night and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as soon as we let each other go, I just gave her like a good look, and she looked at me. And then I just went down on one knee and I proposed to her, and she said yes. I put the ring on her. She put the other ring on me.
Oh,
Um, and we spent 4 days together
wow,
in the Shenandoah Mountains.
wow.
Um, and we went hiking every day. We just did everything like in the wild, like just by ourselves. It
Yeah,
was so beautiful.
wow.
We got to read the Bible together, pray together. Um, we wore the rings. I'll show you videos later.
Yeah,
Like we wore the rings every day. From that point on, we wore the rings until we bought each other real promise rings.
wow.
So we would walk around with our bread ties.
Yeah,
She went
yeah.
back to Connecticut. She worked for the Board of Education, and
Like, why do you got a bread
she was
tie
in
on
the
your?
office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out here, and I'm like with my bread tie on.
That's so funny.
And
That's so cute.
then we finally purchased. She I came to visit again,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had ordered us 2 promise rings, and we wore those promise rings until
You guys got your real rings.
I asked her to marry me for real with a real diamond ring.
Yeah, yeah.
So she took hers off, and I continued to wear my promise ring, and she had her engagement ring on.
Wow.
And then we just got married in October
What was the date? October what?
27th.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Puerto
yeah. I
Rico.
knew it. I knew it was recently
Yeah.
because
Did you get to see the video of the wedding?
you know I did.
Yeah,
Is that
it
because
was dope.
it's on y'all's Instagram,
On
right?
Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Man,
Yeah.
honestly I feel like I was like your first viewer because I was like not with the video, but like when I saw y'all go on vacation,
Yeah.
like when Liz was posting the videos and stuff like that,
Yeah.
man, they were so pretty, and I was like, you,
Yeah.
like yeah. So
It was it was definitely a very, very beautiful time. It wasn't a wedding where people were invited to or
yeah,
friends and families. It was for nothing. It was literally me. Um
it looks very intimate and
yeah,
like it's
God in the center and her.
yeah,
And
just you
just to
two.
be able to be on an island on a private beach, feet in the sand, in the
So
middle of a storm.
where was like yeah hurricane
Yeah,
yeah
in the middle of a
because
hurricane.
my in-laws went to Jamaica and they got hit in that hurricane.
Yeah,
Um,
because they hit Jamaica hard.
yes,
But remember, Puerto Rico's not far
yeah,
from
yeah,
Jamaica,
yeah,
so we got all the clouds, we got
yeah.
all the stuff. But for some weird reason, not even gonna say weird because
It was
I
nothing but the
trust in
Lord.
God.
Yeah.
It was like you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like
It was
amazing. Everything held
yeah.
back. All the bad weather held back. Um,
You can see like the clouds rolling in, But
dude, we stood out there and
I believe in
we
prayer.
found
I,
we found there's coconut trees all over the place. So
yeah.
we ended up getting like a bunch of coconuts, and we made this huge heart in the sand,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we danced and worshiped.
That's so beautiful.
And then we got married on in the water, standing on top of a reef.
That's crazy.
What is it called?
The coral reef.
Yeah, yep, like
Yeah,
the
because
rocks.
you were in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And she was in this pretty white dress.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we walked out
Yeah, I peeped
into
it.
the
I remember.
ocean. Yeah, we
Yeah.
walked out into the ocean and we found like a high point, like a rock that was sticking out,
Yeah.
and we stood on top of that. And when I tell you the waves was hitting,
Yeah.
when I'm telling you, like if we would have fell, it would have been trouble. Like I mean,
Wow.
them waves were hitting, and we were just out there, and I had the camera set up on on the grass on the sand,
Hmm.
and it was recording the whole thing, and it was just like at a long distance, and we were in the middle of the ocean. It's just like the conversation that we had, the vows,
Hmm.
the the whole moment was just
It's beautiful.
breathtaking. It
It's
was
beautiful.
so beautiful.
No.
And then when we came out of the water, we put the rings on each other. We came out of the water, and then we put our worship music on, and we stood inside the heart, and we just like closed our eyes, and we just went into worshiping
Mm,
together, and
that's so beautiful.
in the storm, in the
Yeah.
clouds, and it was just it was so beautiful. All you
Mm,
could hear is like the waves. We
mm,
couldn't even hear each other barely. The waves are so strong, and it was just so beautiful. You know,
that's so
it was
cool.
dope.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
So what happened? Where was this the disagreement that like your wife would get you killed? Like where did that come from? Like where
That came from, I believe, just them knowing that I had to protect her if something went down. But to me, I
was it
looked at it
because
like
of the hurricane or was it because of just where you were going in
it was because of Puerto
Puerto
Rico
Rico?
in general.
Just in general.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, like I've been out of the house since I was 16. I done
Yeah.
ran through the toughest hoods. I done scrapped with the best of
You
them.
still her
So it was
baby.
like,
You still her baby. Like you still her son, and she probably knows all this stuff, you know. But
yeah,
now I think, and okay, let's give a little grace. Let's take a little step back.
hmm
If they're not big believers, and if they don't see the world the way you guys see things, you know, they're going to just think about how you were in the world before, and you for protection by any means necessary, you know.
yeah, they
Um,
still treat me that way.
yeah,
They still treat me like I'm the old me
yeah.
because they're very nervous around me. Like my family could never like really just sit back when I'm in the room.
Oh,
They're really like on edge, and
why?
they're always because I don't tolerate nothing.
Mm,
I'm not up for the games. I'm this much tolerance for anything. I don't play games. I don't like being played with. I don't like when people are fighting each other when you should be loving each other. I don't like when something's wrong and somebody's wrong, you're wrong, and I say I don't hear it. Be quiet. This that, and the- like I'm really short when it comes to stuff like that.
mm,
So they're used to me being the man of the house, and it was more so me being away for so many years and living in so many different places away from my family. It was always like, don't make me call Carlos. When they were fighting amongst each other, they would threaten each other with me.
wow.
Don't let me call Carlos. Don't let Carlos find out. So it's like when I came around to visit every few years, I would come for like Christmas. Every 2 or 3 years, I
Yeah.
would come, visit or whatever. And everything's like, oh, everything's hunky dory, like everything's fine. And it's like,
It
I don't
wasn't.
know these things because they keep them from me. So I don't
Yeah.
know that these two been fighting. I don't know that this one called to this one to go to jail, whatever it may be. I don't know that there was issues going on with my brother or whatever it may be. I didn't know none of that stuff
Yeah.
because they would hide it from me because they know I don't tolerate that stuff.
Mm. Okay.
So they're always like on edge, especially if they know or feel that I found something out. Oh, forget it. They're like,
Well, what would you do for your family as far as like what would make them feel on edge around you? Like what would you do? Would you fight? Would you like
I would put them in their place. I would say how it is. I would just tell them you're wrong and that's it.
okay.
And I did it bluntly. It wasn't like
So
this, that, and the third. It
so
was
the
more so
bluntly
like,
was for me how I'm interpreting that is like fear.
yeah, it was like putting my foot down. There's no in between. There's no space for explanation. I don't want to hear it.
Mm,
And even worse if I feel like you're gonna lie to me.
mm,
Once I feel like you're gonna lie to me, the conversation is over with. I'm not here to entertain or play with you.
gotcha.
That's how I've always dealt with. So
Gotcha.
it's like before I
So
would
they
start a
could tell you
conversation,
they
right?
could tell you some ugly stuff as long as it was the truth.
Of course,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So it was like, I would start my conversation like that. All right, I'll sit down and talk to you. But the minute I feel that you're lying to me or twisting something, I'm not talking to you. Conversation straight over. I don't want to hear it. I'm not to be played with.
Gotcha.
Now let's talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was, what I'm saying, it was that I've always had to make sure or manage or it's like, even when we were younger, my little sister had One time got into it with my mom, and she put her hands on my mom.
Mm.
And when I came home, I picked my sister up by her throat and body slammed her.
Oh.
Like, you're not gonna be hitting mom.
Yeah.
So they know that I don't play these
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not up for it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, wrong is wrong, and that's it. I'm not here to reason. I'm not here to listen. Once I know the truth, and I don't want to hear your story, because your story is always going to be what you think.
Yeah.
But I know the truth, and I know what should have been done, how you should have acted, and who's wrong and who's not, and who's pushing it and who's not pushing it.
Yeah.
So I was always like,
Gotcha.
so they're always like really on edge when I'm around, when something is funny, or when somebody acts up or says something wrong, or I used to beat my mother's boyfriends up.
Gotcha. Okay.
My sister's boyfriends, I used to
Yeah.
beat
Yeah.
them up. Like,
Okay. So
and when I say beat them up, I'm talking about like,
yeah. Well, that's where I was going with. Like,
yeah,
okay, like there had to been. That's why I said fear. There's some sort of fear that
yeah,
was
yeah, no, of
instilled in
course,
them.
100%, yeah.
And so either they didn't want to get beaten up, or put their hands on them, or like you physically putting your hands on somebody else.
Oh,
Yeah.
they see me fight all the
Yeah.
time. It's like the minute I found out that my sister is arguing with her boyfriend, forget it. Like, I'm talking about painting the ceilings with blood.
That's crazy.
Literally,
Mm.
literally. Like, one of her boyfriends walking around with a scar across his whole entire face. I split him wide open.
That's crazy.
I don't play that stuff.
Yeah.
My mother's boyfriends, I have him laying down on the floor, beating the brakes off him, crying like a little baby.
That's
You're a grown man getting
Yeah.
beat by I'm a teenager, 17 years old,
Yeah.
16 years old. And he knew that not to go against me, because then he would have to deal with that outside in the streets.
Mm.
So, I mean, I grew up just beating him up
Yeah.
and always putting hands on him, being a protector, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And being the aggressor.
Yeah.
So, yes, there is definitely, like you hit that on the head, is definitely a fear.
Yeah.
But now they don't know how to deal with me being so peaceful and giving my life to God, On top of that, they have kind of an issue of saying that I pour too much into God, because my whole life revolves around it. So they're like, oh, you never have time for it, and you're always this, and oh, you guys are always in church. Why are you in church from 7:30 in the morning and you get home at 10 o'clock at night? And it's like, because I'm fully involved.
Yeah.
I'm doing God's work.
This is what picking up your cross means.
Exactly.
And this is where I'm supposed to be in this season. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, that's a normal reaction. I mean, look in the Bible when Jesus went back to Nazareth after doing all these miracles, and the people back home referred to him as the carpenter's son. And we're first amazed, but then it's kind of like, who are you? Like, you know what I mean? And so it wasn't the fact that Jesus couldn't perform miracles where he was from. It's like their own disbelief of, like, they just didn't want to believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes the people that are the closest to you don't see you because they have their own limitations on who you are, what you were, and that has nothing to do with you. But I think that they say is that our home is our first ministry, and picking up your cross also means putting your pride aside. And I would maybe just go into praying about, Lord, where do you, because it's not your battle to fight what they're battling, what they're, you know what I mean? And and those relationships, it's not your relationship, because like at the end of the day, we can't save nobody, we can't control nobody, but at the end of the day, like, you can have influence on um how somebody views you, and you can ask the Lord to reveal that in your heart. What do I need to say, or is there something I can do? Because to be honest, seeing is believing, and so seeing it, and if there's already some jealousy in their heart, that could be where you can, and if there's some abandonment in their heart, and if there's some, rejection in their heart, that's where you can come in, and just sprinkle those little seeds, you know what I mean? And just keep praying for them.
Yeah, because I reached out to my older sister that I haven't spoken to, in over a year, and so I love her. I miss her. I sent her my address. I said, you're welcome in my house. If you want to come for the holidays, just show up. We don't have to talk about nothing. I love you. I miss you.
Yeah.
So I've tried to reach out, with my mom and my other sister. I have not.
Yeah.
Just.
And I think
I'm not sure the angle. I'm more so bothered. Like, I feel like when somebody says you're doing too much with God and stuff like that, I feel like you're trying to, like, you're disrespecting. And I feel really, they
don't know him.
It's
like
true.
that,
They don't. I just feel like,
but I see
don't
what you're saying.
don't play me in God.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So like my friends back they're like, so you still like, like spiritual and stuff? That's what they say to me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what does that mean? Like,
Yeah.
am I a follower of Jesus? Yes, absolutely. Is my life different? Absolutely.
Hmm.
But it's not, I don't take offense from it because they don't know. And so, um, you just, they don't know it yet.
Yeah. Or
But
when
at
they
the,
say like, oh, you're doing too much, and then inside my heart, I'm like, I want more.
yeah, you're
So
like,
I feel like
I'm not even doing
I'm not
enough.
even there yet. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, guys are
Like I'm trying to do
starting.
more. Like,
Yeah,
what you
guys are
mean?
started with me. So
Yeah. So no,
yeah,
I would just,
I
I
feel
would just,
offended.
yeah, I would pray about it. But also, I would ask the Lord to reveal what that offense is in your heart, because there's a
Yeah.
reason that, you know what I mean. And it's, um, you, yes, we want to do more, but at the same time, I'm just seeing it so
Well,
differently.
like you said earlier, like it's a they worry about me, as far as like them being concerned about me going to PR
Hmm.
because something might happen to me. I could understand that part, and I get over the part that you worry about me, but you can express those concerns to me in a different way. You don't have to paint the picture of my wife. Like now, I feel like I have to protect my wife, and she's
Yeah.
always going to be first. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if that's correct, but I've always felt like what, like the family that you have in your home is your first family.
You know how they also like, you know how they say, everything that is revealed at first is a surface level, and it's easy to like point the finger at something else
Yeah.
to take away from, you know.
Hmm.
Um, Liz could have just been truly nothing to do with it, but something that they can point the finger at,
Yeah.
where really there's a deeper root what's going on, and they're trying to project it somewhere else.
Yeah. I just feel like
Um,
people should be more confrontational, and confrontation is not a bad word.
no,
Confrontation is speaking your mind and clearing things out.
yeah,
And I feel like, we would be in a better place if
yeah,
everybody was confrontational like me. So a lot of people don't know how to take me because it's like I say what people don't want to say,
yeah.
but that's how I stand clear from being played with. Yeah.
That's, yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, as well as being honest when I mess up and owning that
yeah.
and apologizing and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like it's draining me out a lot, and I really need to just go ahead and just pull the trigger and go ahead, go say, hey, I love you, I miss you, stop, cut it out. That's
Yeah,
it. I'm done with it.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm gonna say pray about it first, and just be like,
Yeah.
Lord, do I need to do this, or is this something I'm laying at your feet, and you're gonna, um, to say like, I want the relationship, Lord, like I need you to bring it back to me,
Yeah.
you know. But
I'm gonna have my older sister in church.
you're gonna have your whole
I'm
family in
gonna have
church,
her. Yeah.
because you're gonna this,
Hmm.
like, your testimony is just wild. And I think the fact that they know who you were before and who you are now, granted, like that's why I said, I was like, you're
Hmm.
healing, not healed.
Yeah.
There's always a little bit of, you know, um, our personality, I'm gonna say, is
Yeah.
always kind of
I
carries
think I'm
with us.
doing well. I think I'm
Yeah,
doing pretty good though.
I wouldn't have known though, like you were into, like when I first met you. Like, granted, yes, you're a big guy, and I was like, what's this big dude doing with this camera? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the world? Like,
And
I expected
that's
him to have the little like earphones on in the church, like,
yeah.
the bodyguards, or like not even bodyguards, but like the
Well, they
security
wanted they
guards.
wanted me to do that, and I
Absolutely,
said
that's
no,
not
I don't
me.
want to get into that no more.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's because when I stopped, I gave my life to God, and I said I can't be a bodyguard no more.
hmm,
First, my my mind wasn't there, and that's very dangerous.
hmm,
Because if I'm gonna be, you know, watching and protecting, I have to be fully in it. If my mind is, and my heart is broken heart, and my mind is everywhere else, and
yeah,
I can't focus on things because I'm still trying to heal and the trauma that I went through, and I can't focus on what I'm doing,
yeah,
that's very dangerous for me and for my client. Second of all, I'm protecting people that are not of God. People, I'm protecting a movement of the devil.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Let's
yeah,
be clear.
yeah.
And I don't want to be a protector of that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I could only like,
because truly what you were doing is like you were for the world.
yeah,
Like you were in the
yeah,
world, you were for the world. And like even just like when you were talking, it was like, and that's what the devil does. Like he glorifies sin,
hmm,
and then he makes it so like, oh, this is good, because it's an instant satisfaction, because that's what that flesh craves,
Exactly.
that's what sin is.
Hmm.
And it's like you get drawn to it. And then once you realize, oh, I need more. And it's like you just keep feeding it and feeding it and feeding it. And that looks different for everybody. That can be drugs, alcohol, sex,
Exactly.
what you were in, food,
Yeah.
that can be money, that can be
Yeah.
literally
For me, it was all
everything.
the above.
Yeah.
For me, it was literally all the
Yeah.
above.
And like
So
thinking about like when you were married and like knowing what we know now, and it's like you were married and you brought other women and like had, it's like that is not the covenant that the Lord
no,
has.
not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So
No.
it's like right there, truly, like you were unfaithful in that marriage because you
Hmm.
were bringing up, you know what I mean? Like, and then obviously having sex outside of marriage is truly, it's a, you know what I mean? That's
It's a
not what
sin,
the
yeah.
Lord says. And
Exactly.
so, but I mean, and thank goodness for our Savior that forgives us for our sins, because
Definitely.
clearly I definitely had did that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, um, and so yeah,
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah. But so okay, so I understand. Well, I'm gonna say pray over it. I'm gonna say reach back out to your mama and your sister, and always obviously yes, protect your home first. Protect Liz, because that's your wife, and it's God. You and your wife, children,
And then it trickles
family,
down. Yep.
yes, and it trickles
Friends and
down and
all.
stuff
Yep.
like that. But at the end of the day, the best thing you can do is still just focus on the Lord, and He's going to guide your steps, because He'll heal that in His time. I remember
Definitely.
the Lord saying, so like my parents, like my real dad, um, he and then my stepdad, they both drink a lot. They're both, I'll be honest, I'm gonna say functional alcoholics is what I'm gonna say. My mom has her own things that she, deals with, but like I pray for them for their sobriety. I pray that like alcohol doesn't do anything for them anymore. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And it's like it, and so I know that the Lord said one day that they will be healed. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
that I'm standing firm on that belief, and that in his promise, he doesn't take that back. So if you truly are like, no, my sister will be in church one day, your mom will, it'll happen. All you
Definitely.
can't control it. You just gotta, you know,
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah,
It's one thing you plant your seed and you don't try to do God's work. You
right.
gotta stand back and let Him do what He gotta do.
But that's where like we try to also, I know for me, I've tried to, it's like, no, I know that if I do this, if I keep pushing it, they're gonna hear it. And at the
Hmm.
same time, like looking back, I'm like, this was pushed to me before too. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Then I'm like, I did not hear it. I did not want to hear it. I had no desire to hear it.
Yeah.
And so, but it wasn't until,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I'm really grateful that this is not it's a being it's a wanting to grow and a being better fight.
yeah,
It's not a 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
no,
It's not a
you can't do that with the Lord.
yeah, and it's not that. You know what I'm
No,
saying? And I'm really grateful that when He got His hands on me, it was like full.
your life has just changed
Yeah, so
and
I'm just
different.
like I don't want it any different. I don't plan on it being different. I mean, we're not perfect. We go through things, but at the end of the day, I'm like I'm really content where I'm at.
Okay.
And I want more of it.
And when did this come about? Listen,
The
but
Jesus
listen,
hear my
y'all. Yeah,
heart.
he's got everything. He's got hats. He's got bumper stickers. He's got shirts. He
Yes,
literally blessed me with this today. I was not
it looks good
expecting it.
on you.
Man, I
You
love
know.
it because I was like, man, I need to get one. But I did
Yeah.
get this hat. I bought this hat from you, for my husband for Christmas. And I, okay, you know how Pastor Michael was talking about last Sunday, like good gift givers, bad gift
Yes.
givers. I feel like I'm a good gift giver, but I'm very impatient. And so I'm like, I got you some for Christmas. Want to see it? And my husband was like, no.
I be
But
feeling
I'm
like
like,
that. I be feeling like that. I
but
feel
I'm
like
like,
that. Yeah.
I was like, no, but I gotta show you anyway. He's like, how
Yeah.
cool is this? And he
I
was like,
feel like
oh,
that. Yeah.
he goes, this is dope. But then I'm sorry, my children got a hold of it, so
That's fine.
it's okay. But
That's fine.
so this extra blue mark on here, you guys, that was not that
That's a
was
that's
not
a signature.
that was not his original drawing.
So
But tell
the
me
way
about
this
you.
came about, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say, going through my story and what I've been through, I've been through a lot of different stages of healing,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like I was healed enough to move forward and start dating again.
Mm-hmm.
That's when how I found my wife now,
Yeah.
and taking it easy and slow steps and stuff like that. So not too long ago, I want to say, I don't think it's been a year yet.
Okay.
Um, we were sleeping, and it was probably 3 something in the morning, and I just couldn't sleep.
Okay.
I kept uh feeling like that little nudge,
Mhm.
that little,
Get up.
yeah. So
Yeah.
get up, and I'm like, I wasn't sure what was going on. So when I opened my eyes at that time, I'm like, why am I being woken up pretty much? And it's like all I hear in my head is Jesus heal my heart.
Mm.
And I didn't know what it was. And it happened again. I tried to go back to sleep, and it happened again to me a few minutes after, and I got woken up and I hear the same words in my head. Now I know that God's trying to tell me something.
Mm.
So I start trying to figure out if it's something internally with me that I need healing from, that I have not healed from everything that I've been through,
Yeah.
from being brokenhearted and stuff like that. So, you start kind of evaluating yourself. You're like, what's going on? Okay, you check off the list in your mind. You're like, I've been through this. I trust this. I'm okay with that. I haven't been triggered. I'm okay. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
So I couldn't go back to sleep. I ended up getting up, going to the office. We have a home office. And I sit at the computer and I'm just like thinking, like, why is this in my head? I start looking for like a broken heart, a design of a broken heart. And I'm like trying to go somewhere with it, like trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just design this.
Yeah.
So I get a heart, I put a break through it, put the stitching through it, break the heart. And then I start looking at different fonts and I'm like, Jesus heal my heart. Jesus heal my heart. All right. So I put it together. That's the message I have to spread.
Mm.
Then I start thinking, I'm like, Psalms 147:3 says, He heals the brokenhearted and
Yeah.
binds up their wounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the message is for me to put out to the world
Mm-hmm.
because we all need healing.
Yeah.
A lot of
Every single one of us
people,
is broken. Like,
yeah, a lot of people might say no,
yeah.
because they might be happy, they have the best relationship, they don't have, drama in the house, their
Mm-hmm.
kids are healthy. But you got to break it down in layman's terms for everyone because not everybody knows that they're brokenhearted. So I like to say that it's like we treat people certain ways because of broken hearts.
Right.
So if we're standing outside in the middle of the street or in the middle of a store or anywhere, supermarket or in a busy street or whatever, around people, strangers, if we're standing out in public and we're in the middle of groups or strangers or whatever, and somebody gets close to you that you don't know, you're like, ew, like get away from me. You
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
up. You kind of like stand, put
Boundary.
like a
Like,
wall, a
yeah. Yeah.
boundary. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
put a boundary up. It's like, like either you weird, you look weird, you smell weird,
Right.
whatever it may
Right.
be. It's
Right.
like I don't know you. I'm not taking that in.
Yeah.
And that comes from trauma. That
Yeah.
comes from the past, being stepped on or
Yeah.
whatever it may be. Somebody made you feel some kind of way. So we put that off on everybody else. We
Yeah.
put boundaries up. We don't take people in with the love that we should have, that that Jesus had,
Yeah.
that God wants us to have. Um, that's healing. We need healing.
Yeah.
We might have been hurt by other people, and we don't let nobody in,
Mm. Yeah.
or
Those
we
are the walls.
block.
Yeah.
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 So the relationship between you and somebody that you just met, in a nice environment, may not potentially grow to where it should be because you put that boundary up and say, I'm not letting this person in.
Yeah.
They're not allowed in my house, or they're not allowed in my life or my space. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That needs healing.
Yeah.
Hurt people, of course.
That's my favorite
I know you're
saying.
big on that. I
Yeah.
was just gonna say that
Literally. I
because
was
I
like,
know
hurt
I
people,
know
hurt
you're
people.
big
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
um
and healed people heal people.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I just feel like
That's so funny. You're like, oh, listen.
even people that don't think that they need healing, they need to really separate themselves from themselves
Yeah.
and look at it on everyday life, on how you treat people, how you react um toward others.
Yeah.
So a lot of people may look at the brand and or the message, better yet, and say, I don't need healing, I'm good. That sweater's not for me. That logo is not for me. And then
Mm.
it's like I get to minister and I was like, yeah, you need two
Yeah.
of
No.
them.
Matter of fact, you need all the things.
You need all. You need the
Everything. Right.
keychain, the bumper sticker, the hat, and the
Right.
hoodie.
You need the orthopedic surgeon.
Yep.
You need all the things.
You
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
all of it. So
Because like, and that's the thing with in our walk is like the Lord, because when he first, like when I had my encounter, but I said before, it's like he automatically like healed me from like certain things. And I was just like, wow, and then like
Yeah.
searching him more and like, and then I'm like, oh, this is still an issue.
Exactly.
Oh,
You.
and then it's like your steps, and it's like, it's the part of the sanctification process,
Yes.
the becoming more like Jesus,
Yes.
because we're never going to be.
It's almost like just because we think that we're okay with things and that we can handle things, don't make them okay.
Right.
Because we learn to cope with things that are
Yeah.
hurtful,
Yeah.
and we call them okay.
Yeah.
We say that we don't need healing because we learn to deal with those things
Yeah.
because they don't affect us as they used to because we already went through all the pain. It's like saying I've already been hurt enough. You can't hurt me.
Yeah.
You
Mm,
see what I'm saying? So
right. Right. Yeah.
Psalms 147
Yeah.
3, he
Yeah.
heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Don't hide it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just covering it up, and you're,
Then that's as a wall, because it's just
yeah.
like, because at the same time it's like, yeah, you may not be able to hurt you as much, but that's because there is a wall that was built up.
Mm-hmm.
So you are allowing yourself a certain amount of intimacy inside, to where like, oh, that's uncomfortable, so we're gonna back it up,
Exactly.
so like, therefore, you know what I mean. But
That's the
truly,
whole point of the Freedom Bridge.
yeah, no, legit, like legit, like,
That's the whole point.
and it's
You know
like
what I'm saying?
you truly being open hearted and open, because like, you're not gonna get fed with closed fists.
Exactly.
You're not gonna get transformed with a hardened heart,
Mm-hmm.
and that's beautiful though, like, because I mean, truly, Jesus, like, he heals your heart, and like
Definitely.
that's where the people just don't, and like people that are so quick to pop off, it's like, that's not anger. Anger is actually a second emotion. It's a surface
It
level.
is. Yeah.
And the hurt is so much deeper,
Definitely.
and that's why, like, when we were talking, I was like, what's the root of the issue? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
let's take a step back. Like,
No, it's
that's,
true, and that's
because,
good to analyze it like
yeah,
that. You
because
know.
it's like, no, 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 that's what was presented was surface, but there's something deeper hidden that's not there,
Exactly.
that's not
Yeah.
being. And to be honest, until you start to heal, you may not even know that is what is the issue. You know
Exactly.
what I
I
mean?
went through freedom for the first time this
Oh,
year.
man,
That broke me down,
yeah.
and it
And you
it,
thought
it
you were
really.
freed from so much of this
Oh
stuff. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You're like,
hundred
I'm good.
percent.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah,
And then
and that's what I learned. Is like, no, I just learned to cope with it. I learned to be tough
our
about it.
patterns,
You know
our
what I'm saying?
habits,
Yeah,
our,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
our mind, our will. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's all, yeah,
It's more so like you burn your hand, and you're not gonna burn it again when you touch the stove. You're not
yeah,
gonna touch the stove. You're gonna stop touching it.
yeah.
But no, it's deeper than that when you really think about life
Mm-hmm.
and triggers and dealing with other one,
Yeah,
others that you need to love on.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. So I could have went the route with as far as with the message,
Mm-hmm.
like everybody, TikTok and Sheen and all these things,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have like different Bible sayings and shirts with messages, which I love those messages because they're
yeah.
all words of the Bible
Mm-hmm.
and words of
And
Jesus
and
and
it
stuff.
opens up conversations,
Exactly.
or it's like, or that could even be a planting a seed,
Yes.
because like, here's the thing: somebody reads Jesus, you just planted a seed. Not,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like, Jesus heal my heart, and somebody reads that,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
speaking
Yeah.
out
They're
what they're.
like, heal my heart. Why do I need healing? And then boom, then it hits them like, oh, I'm hurt.
Well,
I'm
that,
this. I'm
and
that. Yeah.
even like, how they, how he talks about in church, where he prays over everybody, like, for those that didn't pray, and it's like when he says the prayer at the end,
Yeah.
and it's like, that's planting a seed,
It is. Yeah.
that's opening, that's
Yeah.
because it says when we confess with our mouth, that's, they're making a confession,
Who's
and so
making a confession?
Jesus heal my heart, that's
Yeah.
asking, you know
Yeah. So I didn't want
look
to
at you,
go.
intentional self,
Yeah. I
okay.
didn't I didn't want to go with because at a point, I'm not gonna lie, when I made the design, at a point I was like, well, to get more sales, because at the end of the day, we take the 10% of all our sales, and that's our tithes and offerings, right?
Hmm.
And we try to make it that,
Yeah.
to give back. But I was like, maybe I could sell more if I start putting out different Bible quotes and different things and make like a Christian
Like,
clothing line,
like a
right?
brand,
Like a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
brand that just puts out Bible quotes and stuff like that. And guys like,
I didn't ask you to do that.
no.
Now you leaning on your own
I told
understanding.
exactly,
Yeah.
yes.
Trust.
Yes.
Trust. Yeah.
Jesus heal my heart.
Yeah.
That's the message you need to spread.
Hmm.
And I'm like, all right, say no more.
That's so beautiful.
And I just stuck with it.
And it's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's so good. And it's worked, because I mean, I've even been like, oh, where'd you get this? And you're like, it's actually mine. It's
Mhm.
actually, well, not mine, but like, it's like, it was revealed to me, and I was like, wow, so good,
And
so good.
I have another hoodie that I tried out one day that I actually wore it to. We did a Jesus march. I attended a Jesus march in DC
Hmm.
where it's like thousands of people and we
Yeah.
just marched the streets worshiping and praying and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I want to make a hoodie and I bet you it'll sell and it'll be cool. And this is after I did this. And it's like the hoodie says saved, not soft, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then it had like a Bible verse here and all that.
Yeah, no,
That
no.
was like, it wasn't hitting.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't hitting.
Because it's like, well, that's people have seen that, you know.
Yeah, and it's not my message.
No.
It's not the message that was given to me
Yeah.
to spread.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, I'm
Okay.
not trying that again.
Yeah.
I'm not. I never really tried hard. I was
Right,
just
right,
like,
right.
let me try it. This might look dope, and it's
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
nice saying. And nah, when
then
I
like,
put this out, it just spread like wildfire.
yeah.
It was like the first
'Cause
week that we put it out, it
yeah.
was like a big order. Cali, New York, Pennsylvania, like it was just like orders going out.
That's
Just
crazy.
spreading. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
this is it.
That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, we send a big order to a ministry group in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, for women that had abortions,
Mm.
and they just gave their lives to God.
Oh,
And it's
praise
like they put in
Praise
an order. I think it was like 10 or 11 shirts, something like that.
Wow.
They put in a big enough order, and I was like, shipped
Take
it
it,
right
take
out.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shipped it right
yeah.
out to them, and just different situations, like just
Just
celebrities, the Christian rappers wearing it
yeah.
on their platforms, and I love it. I appreciate they make videos with them, and I love it all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I just try to. I don't mingle with my old lifestyle, but I always tap in and I plant my seed,
Mhm.
and I constantly go back and water it a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, Recently, 2 days ago or so, I reached out to this rapper, Abbey,
Okay.
menace.
Yeah.
I mean, menace. I mean, murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did time for murderers, like straight killer, like um. And I just send him a message. I'm like, come get baptized with me, bro. Come get baptized. You know what I'm saying? And he read the message and he wrote back. He's like, when I'm ready, I'll let you know. You good? You gotta give me a high five. Go high five, high five.
Y'all, my daughter came home from school. Sorry.
Yes. So yeah, like that, like planting my seed and reaching out and just constantly tapping in.
Yeah.
And trying to do my job,
What you've been called to do in this season.
This is what we're here for.
And then you got moved into LifePoint, so now you do the photography and like the videos for like LifePoint and stuff like that, right?
Actually, I do photography. Yeah. The video thing is just me.
Just doing it, just to be
clowning around so and being funny.
Like,
and just,
listen, you're so good at it. Like, I feel like any videos that you see on your Instagram or even like Liz, whatever, they're just so good. Like,
oh, thank you.
Yeah, no. And then the way you guys just modeled the hat with your daughter.
Yeah, with Selena. Yeah.
That was turned out so good. Like, man, that was so good.
Yeah. So I try to learn more things. You know what I'm saying? But I got to become a photographer because I quit being a bodyguard because I didn't want to be in that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then LifePoint, when I moved from Culpeper and came to the main campus, it was like, maybe I should do photography as a living.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up a camera. I went and bought one. I was like, I'm gonna build a business out of this because I don't want to go work for nobody.
Yeah.
And I picked up a camera and I just started learning. I never picked up a camera in my life. And I just started learning. And then I was like, I started going to LifePoint in Fredericksburg. And then I was like, oh, there's opportunity to become a photographer to take photos of service. I'm like, can I do it?
Yeah.
I shook some hands. I was like, yeah, come on board. And I'm like, they said, you got a camera? I said, yeah, I got a camera. And boom, I started learning ugly photos.
Yeah.
And then I started developing, and this is like, ooh. And then
good.
I started building. I got an LLC, Lens of Faith Photography. And our slogan is capturing moments through the lens of faith. So it's just like that's been building, and it's just like, and I think it's funny because you as a photographer you get those weird calls.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do you do this kind of photo shoot?
Yeah.
And can you do this for them? And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Like,
oh, but we'll pay you. No.
Yeah.
And I'm like in my head, yeah, I need the money.
No, but no, with the Lord's
I don't need it. All money's not good money. And I'm like, no, I don't need that.
Yeah.
I did a photo shoot beautiful model, Bebe. Um, I love her. Like she's super dope. But she's one of those models that does the nudes and does all the stuff, and
Mm,
she's very popular for doing those things.
mm,
And I got to love her because when she reached out to me, I convinced her to do a clean photo shoot, her first clean photo shoot, and it came out amazing.
yeah,
And I got to minister to her, me and her alone.
that's
Uh,
good.
a full. We hung out a whole day by ourselves in Fredericksburg, downtown Fredericksburg, just me and her. Liz stood home, and I got to chill with this model the whole day, and I got to minister. I got
That's
to
nice.
get
Yeah,
her to clean up her look
yeah.
and take these nice photos.
Did she love them?
She adored those photos.
Yeah.
She went crazy.
Oh,
And I said, you don't have to show your body
yeah,
to be beautiful. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And it was amazing. It was a
yeah.
really amazing experience with a person that's not, and she still does those other photo shoots. But I planted my seed.
It
You know
was
what
a
I'm
seed
saying? Like
planted. Yeah,
we keep in contact. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I reach out to her here and there. She actually hit me up. She wants to do another photo shoot,
Oh,
and it was like
okay.
she knows that I'm not doing
Right. No
those
risque.
kind.
It's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. So I kind of like I followed her on Instagram, but then it's like I unfollowed her just because I don't want that content on my page.
yeah,
Um, but I communicate through text message with her and stuff like that. And,
yeah,
but yeah, so it's like I just try to use all my situations
yeah.
to capture the moments through the lens of faith. Like,
And you're doing a great job at it
thank you,
because
thank you.
your photos are great and like your videos are great and like
I
even
try.
when you're just like the video that you just did for like the Winter Wonderland. I think was a
Yeah,
winter. Yeah, though that was a really cute video. That was really
I'll be clowning around. Like
yeah.
I did that one, the Winter Wonderland. I did the one for the the Merry Thanksmas.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
I
I
did
see.
one for Paint the Town Red.
Okay.
There's a few videos that I've done, but it's all for fun. It's not,
Yeah.
they don't say, hey, can you make a, I'm not part of the film crew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm part of production,
We're
which
gonna
is
say yet. We're
photography,
gonna say
not
yet.
video.
Okay.
But
We're gonna say yet if that's where the Lord
yeah, I
leads
mean,
to you.
I could pull the trigger on that as soon as I want to. I can call Foodie right now and say, hey, like, I want to pick up a video camera. He's gonna be like, when do you want to start?
I
You
met
know?
him. I met Foodie at Men's Night because I served on Men's Night
Okay.
last year. Um, he made like the best. I know this makes super random, but I love food. So like, but he made the best like grape salad thing. I don't
Yeah.
yogurt and what I don't know. I've never tasted it, and that is how I remember him off of his like grape salad thing that he
Yeah.
made. But they call him Foodie for a reason.
Yeah.
Like
I
he's
love Foodie.
man,
Me and him
he's
have
really
like,
nice.
that's my brother. I love
Yeah,
him so much. Like me and Foodie, like we have this certain relationship and understanding, and it's like you feel the love.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? When I see him, just the hugs, you feel the love.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The conversations we
It's a
have,
different.
we meet up,
Yeah,
have coffee throughout the week sometimes, and it's just
yeah,
because we want to just spend time with each other. And I love Foodie.
yeah,
Yeah, he's like definitely a great addition to my life. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
really appreciate that, man. You
So
know?
besides the like the photography and stuff like that, like point, like do you serve on like the greeter or like any other like production, like anything else, or just like the
I do next steps
next steps? Okay.
while I'm shooting at the same time
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
because
Okay.
that's my way to get them to have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
Is that
I'm
what Liz
pretty,
serves next step?
yes,
Yeah.
and she does Kids Point also,
Okay.
and then Selena does Kids Point. But it's funny because it's like even with pastors always tell me like everybody just loves being around you,
Yeah.
and it's like you just gravitate and gravitate. It's like you've been doing an awesome job at our campus, and it's like you've done a lot for the campus, and we see you, and we really appreciate you. And I'm just like,
Oh.
I don't, just being me. It's like, yeah, but
Yeah.
everybody loves you, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I love everybody,
Yeah.
So it's like,
Jesus heal me. I love it.
yeah. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
just love everybody, and
Yeah.
I take the opportunity that they grasp towards me and they trust me,
Yeah.
and it's not tricking them into, but it's more so like, hey, like I would really love to
Yeah.
build with you. I would really love to have you on the team. I would really love to see where God is going to take your journey.
Yeah.
This is how you can do it.
Yeah.
I can show you. I can walk
I
with
can lead
you.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's how I move. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, even let's say, I want to say 2 months ago,
Mhm.
I'm on Facebook, and I'm constantly like on Facebook because that's how I market and
Mhm.
do my marketing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or see what's out there. I do little side jobs. I do home repairs. I fix cars, and I do photography. I do a little bit of
You do
everything. I
all the
wear many
things.
hats, right?
Yeah.
So there was a post that came across, and it was this girl, Kristen, super awesome. Love her. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
met her, but I love her already. And she put out an anonymous post on a group, Fredericksburg group, saying, "Hey, like, I don't know if it's just she's never been to church, or she's trying to get into church, and she doesn't know where to start, this, that, and the other." And of course, you see like the many 60 something posts.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Come here, come there, do this, do that.
Yeah.
Don't go to church. Church is
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah.
So I scrolled past it. I read it. I scrolled past it. I'm like, yeah, too many people posting. She's not gonna see mine.
Right.
Holy Spirit was like,
Go back.
go back. I'm like,
Spin the block.
okay.
Spin the block.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I went back and I put, hey, you know what I'm saying? I would love to build with you. I would love to meet you. I'm actually the photographer for Life Point. Um, and I would love to sit with you, get to know you, and worship with you.
Yeah.
And then I sent the message. And then she hits me back like a few days later. Um, did she hit me back with a like. I think she liked my comment.
Mm.
Yeah, she hit me back with a like, I believe. So now, some time passed, I went to church, and somebody walks up to me. I got the camera out,
Yeah. Yeah.
and somebody walks up to me, and she goes, "Hey, I'm the anonymous from Facebook. Are you Carlos?" And I'm like, "Uh, yes." She's like, "I'm the one that you invited." I was like, "Oh my God!" We gave
Oh.
each other the biggest hug. She had her kids. I met her kids. And I was like, "I'm so happy to see you." She's like, "I'm happy
Yeah.
to see you too. Thank you so much for the invite. I love it here." And I'm like,
Oh.
"That's good." So I started
Yeah.
walking her through. We went and we
Yeah.
walked the kids to their classrooms, got them checked in, got them in the system.
Yeah.
I walked the whole way with her, clowned around with the kids, bothered them, made them laugh,
Yeah.
wrestled
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
It was like all great. She I walk into the auditorium. She goes to worship. I come in the middle. I check on her, make sure she's good. Give her that whole. She was like, yeah. She
Yeah.
just keeps on listening to the word. I'm like, okay, cool. Um, she comes back the week after.
Okay.
She's got her 3 kids, her, and she brought her sister with her.
Oh.
She's like, Carlos, I got somebody I want you to meet. My sister. She's never been to church. Da da da. And I met her sister.
That's
Big
so
hug.
amazing.
The kids already remember me. I'm like
Yeah.
carrying the kids, messing with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like bothering them. She gives me a big hug. Um, then I seen her again after that. The next week after that. Then she came in the week before last. She
Mhm.
came in.
Is that the movies?
Yes,
Yeah.
she came in the
Oh
week
my God.
before
I would have
last.
cried at the movies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was like, oh.
She comes in, and she comes in with, she's like, hey, I got my daughter, my oldest daughter with me. I want you to meet her. So I met her daughter,
How old is she?
teenager,
Okay.
15 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 15.
Yeah.
I met her daughter. She seemed a little worried, but I got in there. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Make them
you
comfortable.
better
Like, yes.
smile. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
she dressed pretty cool. And I'm like, yeah, I like the way you dress. I like to
Yeah.
dress too. And then we just started talking about sneakers. And I'm like, yo, you should do a photo shoot. Like, just trying to. She's like, yeah, man.
Oh, my other one. Sorry.
So we went there, and then she goes and puts the kids in the kids' point, and then she's with her daughter. She's like, my best friend's coming. I'm like, okay. Best friend comes, meet her best friend. Her best friend comes in, and she's got three kids, and they started coming to Life Point now. So it's
Wow.
10 people
And it matters a few weeks.
in just a post that I followed.
That's
The Holy
brilliant.
Spirit saying, "Hey, reach out,"
That's
and they come
amazing.
faithfully.
That's amazing. Praise the Lord.
10 people. So
And you
I'm
know
like,
that's the Lord because you're just like, nah, I'm gonna keep
I
going.
went to scroll
And
past it.
he's
I'm
like,
like,
spin the block.
yeah.
That's it.
He's like,
Yeah.
yo, spin the block, go
Yeah.
back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
That's so good. That's
And I was
so
like,
good.
hey, I would love to, build with you, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that one thing turned into 10 people.
That's so good.
Yeah,
And you never know who they say, you know what I mean? Like it and just gonna keep going and going and
exactly,
going.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Man,
really
praise the
excited.
Lord.
I do the right now we stopped the meeting because of the season, but I'm usually on the meetings every Tuesday with the pastors and stuff like that. So we do a Zoom meeting all together, and I'm just like
I think I seen
so.
something somewhere.
I might have posted
Maybe that could have been it.
a
Cause I was like,
screenshot of
yeah, yeah.
the meetings.
And I was like, that's so good. I remember though, when Pastor Sean, when he first came, because I go to the chapel services because I'll have for the Life Point for the college. They'll
Hmm.
have chapel services on Wednesdays. Not every Wednesday, but they have them there. And the first, I think it was over the summertime when they had the first chapel service back, he was there, and I was with my friend Lindsay. And like he walked right up to us and just like I saw him. Lindsay saw him, like he kind of made eye contact. I like, turned away and he just like came right to us and introduced himself. And but I've also heard him um, speak before because I've been going to Life Point for
Hmm.
a while, But I was very much like I went in and I dipped out. Like I did not get involved because
Yeah.
I was just like don't want to be seen, none of that. So that was really cool that and he asked me like because we were in the college, so he knew that we were there for the college,
Hmm.
um, because there's only a certain amount of people that go on Wednesday mornings, if
Yeah.
that makes or Wednesdays. So he introduced himself, and then he asked me like what my goal was, and I had said, you know, like now like my nonprofit, and this is before it was like started. And he was like, that was a little scary to say out loud, wasn't it? And I was like, because I don't know what I'm doing. Like, but I just thought it was really cool that he just came right up and
Yeah.
said hey and introduced and stuff like that. But I've
Yeah, I loved him.
yeah.
He demanded a hoodie from me.
Oh really?
Yeah. And
Oh
then Pastor Jen, she calls me her best friend.
yeah. And she's so
So
and
she's like,
I had bumped into her. She wore something really cute. I was like, I wish I could do it. Like wear that. And she was like, girl, wear it. Like she was
yeah,
like, and you can like just put it
yeah.
on. And I was like,
She's so cool.
yeah. She seems
Yeah, she
very.
sees me, she calls me her best friend.
Oh
Because she thinks I'm crazy. She's
yeah.
like, you just
She's not wrong. No.
yeah, she's not.
It's the
So
Holy Spirit
she
guiding
says
her. No.
I
Just
remind her
kidding.
of her best friend from up north or
Oh,
whatever, and we're just alike. And
yeah.
she's like, you're just wild. Like, and I'm like I see her, she'll be like talking, I walk past and snatch her cup out of her hand. She's just standing like trying to conversate with somebody for the first time. And she's
Right,
like,
right.
she
And
look
she's
at
like,
me
why
like,
did you do that?
oh,
Yeah.
like yeah. So
That's hilarious.
like
That's funny.
stuff like that. Or I'll go
Yeah.
take a picture and she'll just jump on my camera and make like this doopy face. What's up, bro? You good? You
Yeah.
good?
Listen, I said it's been a minute.
She'll jump in front of the camera and make like a crazy doofy face on
Mhm.
purpose, and I'm like, I'm gonna post that. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
Do it.
So I have a bunch of funny pictures of her. Like it's I love our pastors. They're really really
Yeah.
awesome.
They seem like they're really
Yeah,
pretty like yeah.
yeah. And then I seen her the other day when we was at Winter Wonderland,
Uh-huh.
and then she's like, "You're here too?" And
Yeah.
then she starts singing, "He's
Yeah.
everywhere,
That's funny.
he's all around."
That's
She
so
starts singing
cute.
that, then everybody in the room starts singing. I'm just like, really, you guys are singing to me?
Right. That's hilarious.
But yeah, they're just like they're cool. I love them a lot. Of
Yeah.
course, our other pastors as well,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
me and Tammy, we're really close as well. But yeah,
See, and
pastors.
I never like met the pastors. I never
Yeah,
met. I mean, like I've seen them passing, and and always like hi, but I've never just like.
yeah.
But that's
I
part
mean,
of.
with me, I'm more so like in their face, and I'm always like bothering, and
Yeah,
I'm always
yeah.
like this.
And for me, I'm like, oh, good. Like no, like I'm still that. I don't want to be seen. Like I don't want to be. You know what I mean? Like I want to.
Yeah.
Lord, I want to do my part. Um.
Yeah, well, Pastor Jen, it was more so like I just started picking on her when I first met her. I don't know, she just has this
Well,
personality where it's
and
like,
you have that personality too.
yeah,
You guys you're outgoing and you're confident and
hmm,
you're did you make people feel safe and feel seen and feel heard, and that's a
definitely.
gift truly. um I guess I've always been just I try not to, but that has to do with me and my own, and I'm gonna say my own past and like my own insecurities, just
Yeah,
like I don't want to be seen like so like I said, being on the podcast, doing a podcast, I said no for the longest time because I don't want to be seen. I
but
don't want to be.
you gotta break that because you
I
know
know.
what? The feeling is amazing, and the levels that you can reach,
Yeah.
that creates boundaries on your own
Yeah.
growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, it would push you so much
Yeah.
like further.
He's
Like
working on it, and I think that's
it's.
one thing that he's revealed a lot to me this past few months is like, you are my daughter. Like, you
Hmm.
are worthy, you are loved, you are beautiful, you're,
Hmm.
all these things. And I've just really been like hearing him just like, give me that, give me that.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
fun. Do it.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's
I'm just like,
fun.
okay. So, but
I talk to everybody. Liz already knows.
I know.
Liz
She's probably like,
knows.
that's why you
She's
get on my
like,
nerves.
yeah. She's like, you talk to
Yeah.
everybody. She's like, I know exactly why.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, I just love to talk to people.
Yeah.
You know, we'll be, in the supermarket. And it's like when the spirit tells me to go talk to somebody, I'm like, babe, go pay for that. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
There's been
She'd be like,
times we're in the
okay.
parking lot, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yo, just load up the car with the groceries. I gotta go back in Walmart and find somebody that
Yeah.
I was disobedient, listening
Because
on the
he pulls
spot.
you back. Like, I swear he does it. Even when I'm at work at Roadhouse,
Hmm.
like there'll be tables or there'll be random people, and then I'll text him like, "Babe, I'm almost done. I'm way home." And then it'll be like 30 minutes later. He's like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "Bro, you never guess." Like, I was on my way out, or I got pulled into this conversation, or like, and it's always ends up being like spirit
Yeah,
led. And
I haven't been to Row House in a while. I love the
I gotta
food
work
there.
tonight at 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Last time I was there was this lady, the lady that was tending us, and I overheard a conversation about her not knowing how she's gonna get home. Her car just broke down, this, that, and the other. And at checkout, I was like, "Do you have Cash App?" She's like, "Yeah, right." And I was like, "What's your Cash App?" And I sent her repairs for her whole entire vehicle.
Aww.
I sent a couple $100. I'm like, "Go fix your car." She's like,
Yeah, I would have done the same thing. I cry over
"So
everything.
don't
So
worry."
like, yeah.
I'm like, "Don't worry, don't
Mm-hmm.
worry." I'm a crier too. I cry
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I
But
got.
that's when I feel
I seen your eyes
when
a
because
couple times. Yeah, like
there's because it's truth.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
so much truth in it. It's like it just.
I just would ever
I just want to
listen.
serve.
Yeah,
I just want to
yes.
serve.
Like
You know what I'm
I told my friends this too. I'm like, I just want to just give my life. I just want to go into ministry. I just want to like whatever he wants me to do. Like
saying?
I want to leave my worldly job. And granted, my job is also ministry because ministry is everywhere, no matter
Hmm.
where you are. And that's like I'm a server, and I'm serving the Lord. But at the same time, I'm like I want to be home at nighttime with my family and I want to serve, you know what I mean? Or
Hmm.
like be able to be like, no, come on, let's go here. Let's go serve at this church together you know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like I can't really take them with me to Roadhouse, but in due time, in due time. But I just want to minister. I just want to serve. I want to, and it's crazy. I actually had applied at a position like through like the church at Life Point. But I did it on my own and I was like, I'm not going to get it. Like, and granted, I did not get the position through it. And that's okay because I just really felt like the Lord just like, that's not where I'm asking you to be. Even though
Hmm.
I wanted to be, because I want to be church. I want to be surrounded by believers. I want to be surrounded by them at
Yeah.
church. You know what I mean? Because they feed you, they
It's funny.
fuel
It's
you.
funny you say
Yes.
that because I be thinking the same thing. I'm like, I wonder if I could just take a full time job with the church because I just love being around. I
Yes.
love being in the building. I love being
Yes.
around. I love.
But that's not always where we're
Yeah.
called to be.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I'm like, no, I just want to be around surrounded by believers. I just want to be like encouraged and
Yeah.
fed and
He
then
tells.
just,
He
yeah.
told me he said, "Nah, bro, you for the streets.
Yeah, no. That's exactly what that was.
You for
Like,
the streets, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So funny. Hey, you never
Um.
know. Maybe one day you'll be pastoring up there.
It's fine.
You'll be. I can see it for sure.
It's fine.
Yeah, yeah, I can see it for sure.
Mhm.
So how can we reach you? How can we? I know because like my kids are gonna come home soon. Okay, forgive
Yes.
me. So,
Um.
but you know what? I would love for you to come back on and we can have more
Yeah.
conversation.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. So my social media is of course Lens of Faith Photography.
Okay.
On every platform you can Google it. You can find it everywhere. It's just Lens of Faith Photography.
Okay.
Um.
How do we buy these? How do we buy? So he has a lot of great merchandise for like
Oh,
bumper
so
stickers,
those, yeah.
keychains.
So you
Where
can
can
also buy the merch on my Shopify. So it's Lens of Faith Clothing dot myshopify.com.
Okay.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
have you text that to me
Yes.
because then I'm gonna put it in the description. We're gonna put it. We'll post it. So then you guys
Yes.
miss this, that you guys can just go back and be like, where can I shop for him? And then they can just grab it, go and click on the link, and it'll go right to
Definitely.
your stuff.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
You can click on there. You got
Okay.
bumper stickers, keychains, hats, hoodies, t-shirts,
All the things.
shorts,
Yeah.
yeah, all the above.
Awesome.
Prayer.
Yeah.
Prayer is free delivery.
That's right. It's instant, actually.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
You got to pay
Instant.
for it.
Yep.
And salvation is free. Just throwing that out there, just like in
Yep,
prayer.
exactly.
Awesome.
So yeah, and
Awesome.
yeah,
Thank you
if you
so-
see me out there, don't be scared to come give me a hug.
Yeah.
Pray together. I love all you guys, and thank you for having me on this platform.
Yeah.
Like for real,
Absolutely.
like Freedom Bridge is definitely the truth.
Thank you.
This is what we're called to do,
Yeah.
and you're on the right path.
Thank you.
And I just pray blessings and blessings over this whole move.
Thank you again for being on here. It was such an honor. And yeah, if you guys need to get a hold of him, he said everything. We'll also put everything in the link. But guys, until then, y'all be good. Thank you for listening. And y'all go and please the kingdom.
Yes, Freedom Bridge.